Yeah, I know. Hey guys, just want to say thank you for your patience in regards to coming on the live stream.
You're funny.
I know, hey, I'm one of those people that I don't care because at the end of the day, let me know if the mic sounds good and make sure the mic sounds clear. But at the end of the day, okay, let's let that one go. Okay, but at the end of the day, just want to make sure that we are going 100% live. It's all the way live. Boom, 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 boom. It's all the way live. Yeah, we're going to have a good time tonight. Jay, Jermaine, queen of the live stream, Felicia is in the building. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Pa, pa, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm from the 70s and 80s. Funk music, boom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, is what I was raised on. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, guys, thank you for your patience in regards to this live streams because at the end of the day, we're going to have some fun tonight. You know, I already know, drink in hand during this live stream. One of the things that you guys don't know about when it comes to this live stream or any live stream that I do is that I make sure that I am looking good, shaved up everything, smelling good, even though you can't smell me, but it's for my feng shui, and feeling good. Listen to some good music. So at the end of the day, right before I come on the live streams, these are the things that I have to do in order to enjoy the live stream with you. All right, guys. My name is Andre, and this is Love Crossing Borders TV. We appreciate the fact that you guys are even here tonight. Of course, I'm going to get a shout out. So I'm going to read the live streams. Our topic here tonight is cost of living increase in Colombia. We're going to have some great brothers that are going to be coming on from different parts of Colombia telling about the cost of living increasing in their areas, whether it be gasoline, whether it be apartments, whether it be food. So you guys will get a chance to know that, hey, United States is not the only country that's dealing with cost of living increase, but let you see how the cost of living increase is here compared to the United States. Now, first shout out I want to give is to my girl Sylvana and her husband Nick. We just finished spending the last 3 hours hanging out with them, having drinks and conversing, hanging out with my boy TA. They just moved here to Cali, Colombia a month ago. They have been in our WhatsApp live stream, in our WhatsApp group for over 2 years. And they finally said, you know what? Because of COVID-19, letting them see how short life is, they decided, you know what? We're going to make our blueprint just like Andre did to move to Cali, Colombia. And they officially moved down here to Colombia. They moved down here to Cali a month ago, and we finally got a chance to meet up. They're actually not even too far from us. So we're all going to be hanging out on a regular basis. So shout out to them. Shout out to a wonderful couple that we got a chance to meet and hang out with. And shout out to my boy TA. He's been here for over a year plus. He's an ex-veteran that moved down here to Cali, Colombia as well. Like I said, Cali, Colombia is a party city. It's a party city. But it is not just a party city. It's a city where a lot of people decide when they get done partying all the time that they can relocate to, and then they can still fly to Medellin, and they can still fly to Cartagena or Bogota and enjoy themselves as well, because flights down here are really not that expensive compared to the United States. So let me put my glasses on because you guys already know your boy can't see, and y'all don't want to complain about my reading. All right, there we go. Let's get ready to get started. Let me make sure I got everything connected. All right. Just joined. Shout out to ND. Where is the best? You know what? Hey, Wayne, do me a favor. I want you to make sure that you save that question for the next half an hour. The guys are supposed to be coming on in the next half an hour. Los had lived in Cartagena for over a year. And I'm talking about he lived all over that location. So he could definitely tell you where the best places in Cartagena is to rent a place if you're going to be staying there. Now, let me know if it's renting an Airbnb or even if it's a place that you may be there for a few months. Let me know that. But in the next half an hour, Los will be here. So make sure that you ask that question again so I don't miss it, because I want him to be able to answer that question since he lived there and he was really a part of the community there, really into the community. So let me go back to the top. Wayne, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. That was a great question. All right, let's get started. Hey, who is that guy right there? Is that me? Pray tell. We all know that it's Friday night, drink in hand. Today, I'm just doing a little bit of soda. It looks like champagne, but I'm just doing a little bit of soda today. Why? Because I've been out drinking enough tequila shots and everything else over the last 3 hours. And the last thing I need to do is do a bunch more drinking while I'm on the live stream with you guys. So now I'm just enjoying soda and just enjoying the rest of the liquor that's in my system. So yeah, shout out to you guys, but let me know what you guys are drinking. I don't care if it's a smoothie. I don't care if it's old fashioned. I don't care if it's a shot of Jack Daniels or if it's a shot of 7-Up. Let me know what you're drinking, if it's agua or if it's just a hot glass of milk. At the end of the day, we all know Friday nights is drink in hand. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy drink in hand with you guys. Give me a split second. I feel a little parched. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. And like I said, I've got one brother that lived, Los, he lived in Bogota, and he lived in Cartagena. So he's going to talk about the cost of living in both cities. We're going to have my man Chad, who is a passport expert. He's going to be talking about his life since he's been living in Medellin, and he was in Bogota for a while, but he lives in Medellin. He can tell you about the cost of living and the changes that have taken place in regards to the cost of living here in Colombia. So for those that have been like, let me know, guys, if I'm freezing at all. So far, so good. But if I freeze, let me know. And we do not have a live stream without the queen of the live streams, Queen Felicia Jordan. I appreciate you, Felicia. I hope you're having a great day, a great week. I know you always support everybody, so I just want to give you a shout out. All right, we got Don Omar in the building, front and center. Let me know what you're drinking, brother, with the beard. I'm gonna let you know, Don. I'm gonna give you a little secret. That's the only thing that I wish that I could have joined in the movement on was the beard. I would have liked to have a nice little beard, but I'm a goatee king. I realize that I can get the goatee going, but the beard just wasn't in the cards for me. It wasn't part of my DNA. So at the end of the day, shout out to you brothers that can rock the beard. Gregory in the building. Good evening, brother. I appreciate you being here. Shout out to you and yours. Wait a minute. Who is this? Is this Andre Wallace TV, Mrs. Spence in the building? I appreciate you. Hey, guys. Yeah, Andre is starting in 5 minutes. Like I said, I got to be fresh. I'm going to tell y'all something. I cannot do a live stream funky. I kid you not. Y'all don't smell me. Y'all don't know if I'm clean or not, but I know. I know if I'm clean and I'm fresh and feeling good. If I've brushed my teeth, mouthwash, I know all that. So I try to be the best image that I can be for you guys by being the best image that I could be for myself as well. We got Jay giving a shout out to Andrea. Hey, Jay in the building. Love you, girl. All right, Jermaine is in the building. Yeah, brother. We're doing big things here. Jermaine. Jamon. Or Jaman. How to pronounce that? Yeah, let me make sure I pronounce it correctly. All right. Let's see. Let us see. Looks like I gave all the shout outs so far. Oh, we got my man Gaming in the building, representing Mad Dollars Gaming. Mad Dollars. I like that name, brothers. I like that name. Let me know if you got a YouTube channel, because I will promote it. Steve, always representing. Never let anybody down. Hey, Steve, let me know how your Jets are doing when it comes to the free agency, because my NFC West is taking everybody. If you are a top tier player, you go end up in the NFC West. My Raiders end up getting Devontae Adams. Kansas City got Juju and Tyreek Hill. So yeah, definitely in the building. Hey, Los, let me finish giving these shout outs out. All right, so let me know Steve, what the Jets have done this year as far as the free agency? Homie in the building. What's up, all hood? I was watching my Lakers. That's Andrea team too. Gotta win finally. There we go. There we go. Lakers in the building. Yeah, that's Andrea's team. She's a Laker fan. So when we come there, boy, Andrea like, I don't care if we don't do nothing else. We got to go see my Lakers. So I'm like, okay, cool. Blade G, I like that name. Blade G. Don't tell me price is going up in Colombia. No. Yeah, bruh. And so we got Los, and then we're gonna have Chad in the building as well. We got Los already here in the back, and then we're gonna have Super Bad, Super Chad coming through and talking about. But Los is the one that's going to be talking about Cartagena, and he's going to be talking about Bogota. So because this man is like Mr. Cartagena, Mr. Bogota, two cities, so he's going to be coming in a few moments. But I'm going to finish giving you guys the shout outs. The shout outs. And he's going to definitely answer your question, Wayne, about the rental places. Indeed. Just joined. Shout out to you too, brother. Shout out to you too. Yeah. Great to meet you too. Man, Nick, it was great to meet you too, man. You good people with me, man. Now you that shit, we gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be hanging out. I see that now, man. You gonna be trouble. You gonna be trouble, man. I'm glad you guys made it down here together, man. I'm glad you guys made it down here. Okay, looks like you guys are conversing together. We got D. Okay, here we go, D. How long should one stay in Buenaventura? Buenaventura. You know what? I don't know. I do not know. Most people that I know that go to Buenaventura usually just visit and not stay. So they might visit for a couple of days to a couple of weeks, but I don't know too many dudes that actually stay. Only people that I know that stay in Buenaventura are people that have family members there. So if you go somewhere like with Tours by D, Instagram, shout out, that's my girl. Tours by D on Instagram. She could definitely show you around that area because she knows people there. But for people like you and I that don't have any family or friends there, a couple days and seeing the sights is just all we need. It's a beautiful area. It really is. All right, Steve, blah, 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 blah. All right, we got ENB40. Man, I ain't see you in a minute, brother. Oh, you know what? You were here last week. That's right. You were here last week, man. Good statements that you're making. It's not so bad, just a smaller town like Armenia. Good answer. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct about Buenaventura. Good answer. I'm glad that you answered that, brother. Good looking out. I already got my man Kong in the building. Kong, a Kang the Conqueror. Boy, if those of you that are not Marvel fans don't understand who Kang the Conqueror is, Kang the Conqueror he's the next Thanos. He's the next person in the Marvel movies that they plan on being Thanos. In other words, that's how powerful he is. He goes from he's so smart, he's able to make weapons. And he goes from he's a time traveler. He actually takes the power of all the other Kang the Conquerors throughout the multiverse to make himself stronger. So he becomes stronger and smarter. And so by the time he gets to the Marvel heroes at the next movie, Kang the Conqueror is the one. So be prepared. You already heard it here from Kang the Conqueror 3. So, all right, he says that why is it more important than ever to grab some international property? Because property in the United States is actually, let me put it like this. Property globally, the price is going up. So in the United States, we know that property is expensive as ever. So at the end of the day, if you could get a hold of a piece of property in another country, and you can, it's not hard. So it's kind of funny. It's easier to get property in another country than it is to get it in the United States, and you're a US citizen, right? And so to get a piece of property and hold on to that property, whether it be an apartment, an Airbnb, a house, or a piece of land, get it. I don't care if it's trashy. You can always build it up as long as it's not swampland. And I promise you, it's well worth it. Because so he's saying it's absolutely, because like he says, why is it so important? Because the one thing in the world that's can be more expensive, it could not be duplicated in the world, is land. Oh, you can duplicate property. A house, you can duplicate it. An apartment building, you can rise it up. If it's a 2-story, you can make it a 5-story. You can always duplicate property or a building, but the one thing that cannot be duplicated on this planet that we call Earth is property or land itself. So if you get a chance to get a piece of land or a piece of property, you own that land, take advantage of it, guys. You guys have been coming here to Colombia too long to not at least try to own something. At least try to own something. So, and the man that could tell us a lot more about appreciating ownership of anything is about to come into the live stream right now. My man Los is in the building. Man, shining bright, looking all right all night. My man Los in Bogota / Cartagena. How you doing tonight, Los?
And I'm doing wonderful, man. Shoot, what's going on with you? Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Oh man, you know you like furniture. You always here, man. You always here. All right, let me take a sip of, like I say, soda tonight. Just taking a quick sip.
Oh, you got soda. Yeah.
Oh man, what you got tonight?
It's called Cosenia.
Oh man. Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's almost like, what would you compare it to in the States?
Heineken.
Yeah,
I would
like a
compare
Heineken.
my taste buds. It may be different for somebody else, but I can drink this beer right here and get on a nice even level.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get too hot. I don't get too overly, and I'm not, I'm the reason why I'm drinking it. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's real cool. But somebody else might say Miller Lite though, because they have that kind of a Mick Ultra or something like that.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, it's not a strong drink at all. It's a beer.
No,
but it's not a strong beer. It's a beer that if you just on chill mode, you ain't trying to get tore up. It's you know what it reminds me of, like when I was younger. Almost, it doesn't have the taste, but almost the effect of almost like a Barnles and James effect. You know, Barnles and James wasn't strong, or like a Boone's Farm. It was almost like just like a drink that was just smooth. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's just one of them drinks that. Shoot, some people be trying to get lit. I don't drink like that because I have
champagne, all that. Back in the days, there were drinks that weren't meant to tear you down. It was just a relaxing drink,
refreshing.
Yeah. Charles G's in the building. I'm gonna finish giving these shout outs, Los, and then we're gonna get started talking about the cost of living, because you have been in 2 cities and have lived. You have had great experience in Cartagena, and not just isolating. Excuse me. Not just isolating yourself in one sector of Cartagena, but you have been all over Cartagena, right?
I've been in 2 different areas of Cartagena outside of the tourist areas, meaning living,
right.
To live.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you stand out.
Yeah, I know a little bit more than the common person that travels to Cartagena. So
right.
in total, I've been there, lived there 4 months in total. So, that experience allowed me to be able to understand the different culture settings, over here in these different cities. And then Bogota is a total different animal. So,
right. Absolutely correct. And so I was sitting back thinking, this is a funny part, Los. I'm sitting back thinking like, okay, I want to get a person from each major city, Medellin, Cartagena, Cali, Bogota. And I'm sitting back thinking like, man, who can I get? And I'm like, wait a minute. I guess Los is going to have to represent 2 cities, because his knowledge of Cartagena, that's beyond the tourist knowledge. See, there's a difference between Los being there and living there with a tourist mindset compared to living there as, hey, this is where I actually live.
Definitely.
This is, you see what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah, it's 2 total different mindsets, man. So, it's a lot of people like to quote that you got to know how to move. You know what I mean? Well, in actuality, that's true. But at the same time, you got to understand that the same way that you live back wherever you like have your foundation is not going to be the same way. It's going to definitely be adjustment living here as opposed to visiting here. Definitely going to be an adjustment. So
somebody had a question for us, Los. Do you have to have a visa to purchase property in Colombia, or a citizen, or be a citizen of the country?
Removing the citizen of the country out of the way, I'm gonna say yes and no. Simply because the yes meaning you're gonna have to have somebody you can trust. I'm in that situation. So, I have about just under half an acre in the country in Cartagena.
Right.
I mean, in the coastal region,
Right.
just under half an acre, and we have a structure on it as well. I can put another structure on it if I want to, but it's being paid for straight out of my pocket. So it got to go slow, and I want to make sure stuff is done right. But I did that. I started that process, and I wasn't even living here.
Right.
So my point is that if you know somebody here that you can trust, and the paperwork is good, whatever, then now for me, just small insight, I have to go back around legally to add my name at a fee to the documents, but just to acquire the land right away, to get it fast as possible, to make sure nobody else bought it, I entrusted somebody in order to be able to have that taken care of. So yes, you can do that. But on the other side, legally, if you have a cedula or visa, some type of visa, then that will open the door and allow you to be able to purchase properly legally well, at least in Colombia.
I was looking for my ID. Pull out your cedula and hide your number if you got it with you, so people know what a cedula is.
Yeah, it's nothing more than an ID.
Actually, most people don't realize, and I know you know this, that in Colombia there is no social security card. So your cedula is your social security card
That's
and your identification. That's why I say cover up your number.
Yeah.
If you're going to show your cedula, because you don't want people to see what your number is, even though they can't use it. But there you go, Los.
Well, y'all, shoot, there you can see my name. I'm trying to get this on here, so
right, you're doing great.
Okay.
And so that's exactly what the cedula is. So when you hear Los or myself or anybody else ever use the word cedula, it just means your ID combined social security card. They don't have a social security card here in Colombia. It's just your cedula.
Right. That's correct. So, it's coming up on time for me to get mine renewed. So, because it was the work visa kind. I'm going now the student route. So I already have all the documents that's needed in order to be able to apply. I just got to pay for, the school. So now I want to go to the university because I'm no longer going to be doing that. Teaching stuff. This all ties into your theme tonight. About cost of living and inflation and how it's affecting, different things. But for me, in my situation, I just decided to take another route because, as you know already, I just like to, I move in such a way you'll be like, well, why would you do that? But then on the other side of that, for me or for anybody else, is like, well, dang, if he didn't do it, then no, I don't think nobody would know. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's almost like, doing different things as an experiment to be able to help the next person out who may be thinking about moving that direction, or just using the avenues that's available to you to be able to extend living the dream. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I'm forget that. I'm taking the quotes away. That would be for America. But for me, I'm happy what I'm doing, man. So I can't complain. But yeah.
That's good. That's good. Let's get. I know that I don't know if you had a chance to talk to Chad. I talked to Chad about. I sent him the link about 30 minutes ago. So we'll see if Chad gets a chance to join the. He's in Medellin right now. He can give us some insight on Medellin. So, but before we do that, let me ask you this: when it comes to your cost of living between Cartagena and Bogota, what were some of the things that you noticed that were different? Because both of the cities seem like, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, between Medellin, Cartagena, and Bogota, which one, first of all, do you think is the most expensive to live in? For
hey,
your
Jay,
taste.
I'm just seeing that message on the screen. Hey, Jay. But shucks, man. It kind of depends on what your living, what your lifestyle is, you know. Because in Cartagena, I have a way to economically fly under the radar, keep it very simple. Because although there's different responsibilities, and I'm talking just for my specific situation, although I have certain responsibilities there, being there for that time frame and understanding the dynamic. Okay, so for those of who don't know, Cartagena is a beautiful city. It's a very beautiful city. You know, it's my first. It's how I got introduced to Colombia, and I definitely love living there, hands down. I cannot tell you any lies about that. I love living in Cartagena. Okay, the problem for me with Cartagena is one. You know what I'm saying? You know, over in America they have the saying, you know, if you go across the tracks over there, you know, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can see that in Cartagena. Most people don't see that because they only are in basically 4 or 5 different areas.
Now,
That's it.
not to cut your thoughts off, because I want you to keep your thoughts going. Just for the audience, what city in the United States that people often refer to Cartagena being like, just so people have a vision?
Miami. They call Cartagena the Miami of Colombia.
Right.
So, you know, you could definitely, you definitely, I've heard several people say that, and having the experience there, I could, and being from Florida, because I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Shout out.
Yeah. Shoot, that would be the best comparison. There's no other city in America that will be able to compare on level to level like that. So,
all right, continue on with your thoughts.
So,
thank you.
There's only 4 or 5 different areas in Cartagena where people hang out at, you know, and understandably so. You come into somewhere you probably haven't been before, so you only want to be in the safe areas, safe zones, and stuff like that. But over there in those areas, that's where the higher prices are, and they're like sometimes double, or maybe even triple, depending on what you're doing. You know,
that's true.
So definitely the restaurants are higher.
Oh, without a doubt.
But hell, if you like fresh fish coming straight out the ocean, you know,
yes,
and you know, there's other elements, but I'm trying to stay on the economic piece because, for instance, so for these tobaccos that they've been having for the last year, okay, you know, some places you get them for a meal. Well, here you can get them for a meal. And in Cartagena, the price is double. You get it for dose meal, 2,000 pesos is what I mean.
Now,
1,000 pesos, 2,000 pesos.
Now let's now what is it that you're talking about again?
The mask.
Oh, the mask. Okay, yeah.
You have to have that going into an establishment, and you don't have one, and you buy it off the street off of one of those stands. In certain places, it's 1 meal, 800 pesos. As opposed to where you in Cartagena is going to be 2,000 pesos, dos mil quinientos, 2,500 pesos. See what I'm saying? Correct. So all of that plays into the role of inflation. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is these types of things in Cartagena is what makes it expensive in the area. If you moving from the United States or Europe or wherever you're coming from, you know, and you come in here and you're used to a certain quality or way of life, you know, is certain things that you're going to be paying double or triple for that you could get cheaper in another city or location within Colombia. You understand? Because you're only going to be in certain pockets of Cartagena. You know what I mean? Now, my experience in Cartagena put me in 2 different barrios, you see, and these barrios that I've lived in weren't the greatest places to be living. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from, and my house was worth $255,000 back in the United States, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was living suburbia life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
So, and then leaving that, and then coming to a super downgrade where I'm taking cold showers. You know, in some cases I was sitting on the toilet with no toilet seat. You know what I'm saying? Until I had to buy that, you know, but I'm just talking about some of the adjustments that you may encounter that you're not aware of when you come here. Because when you go to Cartagena, even in the good areas, you're gonna get in a hotel room or Airbnb or hostel, wherever you decide to stay. And it might be, well, not so much the Airbnbs, but in those hostels and hotels in the old city, this is gonna be cold showers. You ain't used to that. You know, those types of things of adjustments. But now, because of how price impact is what inflation is occurring,
Right.
would you be willing to trade off certain luxuries that you're used to for a cheaper price? Only each person can only handle that. Now, Cartagena, that's Cartagena. So basically what I'm telling you is do you want to live on this side of the tracks or the other side of the tracks? But just know on the other side of the tracks, you might be getting a great price overall, but you definitely giving up some things. You're definitely giving up some things. And safety could be one of them if you don't have somebody you can trust. And that should be number one on your list, is safety when you coming in and relocating to another country.
Great point.
You know,
because you could live. I noticed this about you. You could live on the other side of the tracks because you had connections, people. You took the time out to know the community. It was somewhat like how Ace Live does. Shout out to Ace. He gets to know the community. It's the same thing that Chad is doing, getting to know the community. So it was a lot safer for you guys compared to the one brother that went to Bogota earlier last year, and he ended up being deceased because of he was purchasing land, purchasing businesses. He got there in December, but he moved so fast with his purchases in January that he was deceased in February, because he hadn't made connections with the people in the community that could tell him, you want to purchase here, but you may not want to think about purchasing there. You may want to take your time with this or that or this. He was moving too fast.
Way too fast.
So at the end of the day, you were able to say, okay, I can live on this side of the bridge. But as for Andre, for example, if I live to Cartagena by myself, I know my stuck up tail. I know I'm bougie. So I'm all the way in the Miami looking area. I'm on the other side of Cartagena. I'm paying extra price to connect and be around with, like Lo said, the extra safety. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm more safer because I don't have the connections quite yet that Los will have in Cartagena.
Now, let me tell you this about Cartagena that people may not realize.
Go ahead, brother.
If you are the person that Andre just described, okay. Now,
like me,
what I do know about Cartagena, because you're definitely giving up something else when you leave in one country and come into another.
Correct.
The plumbing and the systems down there, as far as the water is concerned, oh, you can hang it up. You giving that up. It's when it rain heavy, man. Wait, when it's hurricanes out there in the Gulf,
preach.
Them hurricanes that go up into the United States to be spinning on the southern coastal areas of the United States, man. That stuff still affects Colombia, man. They spin right on down. And when that water get high and them roads get flooded, and you can't go outside because you don't want to walk in ankle deep or sometimes calf deep water.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but this is the funny part. Wayne said, "What area is that, Andre?" It's the whole Cartagena. Their sewage system is not as up to date as it should be. So if you're living in the area where Los live on one side of the track, or in the area that I would live on this side of the track, it doesn't matter. That's why I'm laughing so hard, because Los is absolutely correct. Doesn't matter where you live in Cartagena, that flooding, and I mean flooding,
real flooding,
is like New Orleans Katrina every time. Is right there because the sewage system is not.
This is the rainy season for Colombia from June to about maybe the end of August or early September. That's the rainy season for Cartagena. So at any time during that time period, and that's the time people like to go and travel, you know what I'm saying? You can expect that to be one of the days. So don't come when it's a heavy storm or something, because you're not gonna have fun in Cartagena. You're not.
No.
And then the other thing about Cartagena that I don't like is the freaking trash. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to clean that up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they just leave trash on the ground for days on days. You know what I'm saying? The garbage truck will come pick it up, but it's still a lot of trash everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But this is on the other side of the tracks. You see,
not my side of the tracks.
nah, because they don't want y'all to see what's really going on.
Right.
You know
Say that again, Los.
they don't want y'all to see what's really going on.
Absolutely correct. There is a touristy side of Cartagena that most people go to Cartagena and it's so beautiful. It's the one that hits the YouTube. It's the one that people see on videos. But the everyday Cartagena, Andre even told me that before our first trip there. Exactly what you were saying, Los. There is a percentage of Cartagena. It's the other 80% of Cartagena that most people don't ever see, compared to what you see and you've experienced. And
I've been fortunate enough to see parts of Cartagena to know and to realize that while I love this city and I want to be here, you know what I'm saying? Is right now in my life is better for me to be in Bogota. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can always visit Cartagena because it's plane tickets ain't but $50, $60, $70. You know what I'm saying? Round trip we talking about here.
True.
So, you know what I mean? Inflation ain't seem to touching the travel industry here like that. Well, at least within the country. So for us who can afford it. But anyhow, so Cartagena, for you that's coming from the United States, the only way that if you're thinking about relocating, inflation is definitely is going to be an issue for you there, because I know that most of you that have Andre's mind frame of thinking, I'm not saying that I don't have his mind frame of thinking. I just ended up in a situation to let me see other stuff and see really what was really the deals going on in the city. And not a lot of people will have that opportunity to be in that situation. That's how come I can see both perspectives and realize, okay, so this is best for me. But then I can also understand other people's perspectives. That's how I'm able to tell you, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, which one? You know, because it ain't gonna be this.
That's true.
You know, so those of who looking and thinking about relocating, at least here into this country, Cartagena, in my opinion, is only for people that's 55 and up, and you have something secure coming in to where you know you're going to be able to cover these expenses. Oh yeah, the internet is horrible. Okay,
I didn't know that. You know what? Did I know that? Oh, because when we were in the old side of Cartagena, you're right. 100%. You're right. I just remember.
Tell you something, man.
You're right.
You may be there.
It was by the clock towers.
Yeah. See, if you was over in Boca Grande and Laguito, it may not occur. It may not occur. You know what I'm saying? But any other part of Cartagena, you're subject to an internet outage from 9 to 5, like a regular work day. Sometimes longer than that. You may wake up, if you're in another part of Cartagena, not Boca Grande or Laguito, in the Wall City, because they know tourists stay in the Wall City. You may wake up and not have water from 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even flush the toilet. Or you can't, go and make breakfast or whatever the case. You may wake up and the whole neighborhood don't have electricity.
That's true.
Or all three. This is Cartagena, yo. You know what I'm saying? So the internet, if you rely on the internet to work, to, you're active on the net, YouTuber, whatever the case may be, you need it. Cartagena's not going to be a delicate place for you to be on a long-term basis. So again, in my opinion, my sole opinion, Cartagena is more built for the retiree to be able to live and enjoy the fun and the sun. And everybody who is in the age bracket from, say, 28 to 45, you know what I'm saying, 28 to 50, because the 50 to 55 is the gray area. You know what I'm saying? That's the transition mode from that life to this life. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But
Wayne, go ahead. Wayne had a question for you, Los. I don't know if you can see it. He says, I'm looking to rent an Airbnb in its nicest and safest area, as I am super bougie like Andre.
Okay.
Or I am.
All right, Wayne. So if you looking at Cartagena along the coast, anywhere within that department along the coastal area is going to be somewhere good. You know what I'm saying?
You'll see it. That's that Miami area. that from intercontinental all the way through all that
all the
area.
way.
You
I stayed at
can't miss
Intercontinental,
it.
by the way. Yeah, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man,
That's
I
a nice
love it.
hotel.
Like right where the big brother fist
yeah,
is.
the blue and
yeah,
the blue
yeah,
and white
yeah,
one. Yeah,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That was my introduction to
Me
Cartagena.
too. Me too. Yeah, the intercontinental,
That's
man,
funny.
it's
I ain't never
really
know that.
nice.
But yeah, so yeah, Wayne, anywhere along the coast in Cartagena, I'm talking about from all the way down, even past, because Laguito, that's in Boca Grande right there. Laguito all the way down to the end where the Hilton at on that same road.
Yeah.
All the way back going towards the airport. Anything up in that area, and just maybe a little bit farther back going towards the old city. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the nicest and the safe areas in Cartagena. You can just get on Google Map, find Boca Grande, and then just run the whole thing with your finger down the coast. And then if you want to do a live satellite look, then that'll give you a live look of what you're looking at and what Andre just described. It'll look like Miami and stuff like that. Even further east along the coast, they got some nice areas outside of the city. Man, I want to tell y'all so bad about another little town around in that area, but I don't want to give up my secret, man, because I feel like because I think that because I'm eventually gonna end up back up there,
right?
The little town what I'm on, what I got my eye on, I don't really want to flood it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's close to Cartagena. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, man.
Tell, brother, you know how I am about Cali, so I'm with you, brother.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But just know that there are areas in and around the city of Cartagena. Cartagena have about maybe 3 or 4 million people there, maybe with the influx of Venezuelans. You know,
so Wayne
explore those areas too.
Wayne says to you, he says, so I know what to enter an Airbnb. Do I enter
Boca Grande? Yes.
Okay, cool.
Boca Grande, El Laguito, Gethsemane, Manga. It's going into the city a little bit, but you know, you still in a relatively safe area. Yeah, you relatively safe area in Manga too. But that'll give you a little bit away from the tourist areas type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So
all right, Wayne says thank you. From the UK in the building.
Oh my gosh, he coming across the water. Okay.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, you definitely want to stay in Boca Grande and Laguito for your first time. Stay over there in that area. Just don't come during the rainy season, so you have to encounter and experience flooding in the streets, because that's not going to be good.
Let me go back up to the top of the comment section, because there's some super chats up here I want to get to as well.
Yeah,
but
I'm here. I got time, brother.
Yeah, man. Great information, brother. Great information about Cartagena. And I knew you were the guy to like I said, I'm sitting around scratching my head like, now who can represent Cartagena? And I was trying to not have you represent Cartagena and Bogota at the same time, but I was like, you know what? Nobody knows Cartagena like I know that Los knows Cartagena on as far as living there. So it's one thing for me to reach out to somebody that's actually visited, but it's another thing for somebody that's actually lived there and know the area.
And I still go back and forth to that. I was just, matter of fact, my next episode, you'll see me in Cartagena.
Okay,
all right. The neighborhood. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me go through here. Okay, we already went through Wayne's. Okay, hello. Okay, we already went through what Los was looking for. I mean, what Wayne was looking for. Shout out. All right, Jermaine says, "What up, Los in the building?"
Jermaine, what's up?
Jermaine, thank you very much, Jermaine. I said Jermaine. I'm thinking about the Jackson 5. Okay, 32 in the chat. Okay, this is way back when. It's 51 in the chat, guys. Make sure you click that like button.
Hey, Felicia.
All right, queen of the live stream. All right, Mo says great information. One more question. In Colombia, do they have an eminent domain clause? So you're asking attorney questions that we don't understand. That's a clause that allows you that's a clause that although you are the owner, the government can claim your. I don't know.
Nah, you know what? No, I don't think that there's anything about an eminent domain about the government getting involved with no land here, because either the government owns it or a family or somebody single own their land, and that's their land, man. People be having all kind of things going on their stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think Bogota might be landlocked because now they building up on a lot of
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah.
So
And I've been waiting for Bogota to do that anyway. I've been waiting because Medellin already thought about that. Like, because Medellin is, as you well know, is in that valley, so they can only
yeah,
grow so far. So they
right,
had to start growing up.
building up. Yeah,
It's
so
like they said in Andrea says that they have a joke in Colombia saying Spider-Man can only swing on one building because the largest building is in Bogota, and after that, where can Spider-Man swing? Like that's the only building where he can
man, you
swing.
know, I
Everywhere.
still haven't visited that building, man. I've been here for a
Wow.
whole year. Today, actually, a whole year. I got here March 18th last year. You
Man,
know what I'm saying?
that
Today has
time is
been a whole.
flying.
How in the world you got me on your show and I've been here exactly a year in Bogota? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was
That's
meant to
funny,
be.
man.
It was meant
I
to
just
be.
realized that for real, for real. But
Shout out to HD chilling, my
that's my
boy.
man right there, man.
Well, man, it's the
I
dude,
like
man.
that brother, man. I love that brother, man. He HD chilling is a man of his word. He say what he gonna do, he do what he gonna say. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
man.
I respect
That's
it.
that man. K Paso. All right. HD chilling. Yeah. Thank you, brother, for the super chat, man. I appreciate you more than you realize. I mean that. Whenever I say that, you guys are appreciated for the super chats. All right. Always a pleasure, Felicia. Yeah, we got another super chat coming through with Alexis. What up, Dre? I'll be traveling to Cartagena on the 30th through 8th. That's a nice little
You're
time
gonna
from the
be there
30th
for a
to.
couple of weeks, it looked like.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's not
So
bad.
yeah, you know, I think she'll be enjoying the fine cuisine because they definitely have some good food. I'm not gonna lie about that, man.
That
You know what I
is
mean?
good.
Anytime you can get around the melanated skin people cooking, oh my gosh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
something
that's
enjoyable.
good
You know
eating.
what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell
That's
you,
true. That
man.
is true,
So
brother.
definitely gonna enjoy that in Cartagena for sure.
That is true. That's one thing you can't complain. Now, when we talk about cost of living and what's it like to spend in Cartagena, it's a little bit more expensive than other cities. Do realize we're seeing this from the perspective of everyday people that live in Colombia. For us US citizens, it's an extra few bucks. It's an extra $5 here when it was maybe $8 before. So now it's $13. Or before it was $7 to drive to that other in an Airbnb. Now it's $7.50 or $8.50 compared to what it was before. So it's if you're using US dollars and you're relocating here or you're visiting here in Colombia, don't think when we're talking about the increase is a major impact for you compared to
A
individuals
regular
that,
Colombian. See,
right,
and that's to go to the theme of the show. That's what I noticed inflation was touching a lot of people. And actually, because I walk to the gym. I go
right.
when I work out in the afternoon. I walk to the gym and I walk past a couple of gas stations on the way there. You know, well, a few months ago, I saw on the I think they do theirs by the liter. I'm not sure, liter,
Yeah, by the
gallon.
liters. Yeah,
Yeah.
French. I
All
mean
right.
French,
So
about metric. Yeah, correct.
so I saw maybe 2 months ago, it was like 8,200 pesos for, you know what I'm saying, the base gas. Now it's like 9,700 pesos. So for a liter. So, you know, and that right there is a price hike in inflation. I'm like, okay, so inflation really is. And then you go to the store and certain items of goods that you would purchase, you know what I'm saying, has gone up a little bit in price. But like you was just explaining or describing, for us who operating USD, and I'm fortunate enough to be operating in four different currencies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, including crypto. But
Of
you know,
course.
I have the euro, the dollar, and the peso. I get paid in all of those. You know what I'm saying? So for me, in figuring out how to live here and not being in the United States, inflation, I see it. But for me, I'm still comfortable because I only deal with the necessities. I'm not going out trying to live the lavish life every day. For what? You know what I'm saying? I came here to be stress-free and have my fun along the way. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
still be able to accomplish goals and stuff. So the inflation, you know, while I see it, I still try to live way less than what I need to. I mean, I live less enough to be able to be comfortable. You know what I mean? So going out to restaurants every day when I can have a friend come over and cook after buying the food and all of us enjoying the food, that saves a lot of money over 4 or 5 days of going out to the restaurant every day. You know, so that's how I beat inflation with food. You know, then I don't have to worry about putting gas in my car and paying car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Because now I could just, well, and the other thing I like about living in both cities is that based off of where you live and everything. Well, actually, no, I can't. I'm lying, because Cartagena, again, Cartagena in certain areas is the transit system there is not good. You know, if you're not from there and you're not in one of the tourist areas, the cab driver gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you, when you start talking, he gonna get you. All right. And things are spread out in Cartagena because Cartagena is a little hilly too, like Medellin in certain places. So you have stores that may be a mile and a half away from a local setting. Matter of fact, one of the barrios I lived in, the Rappy don't go there. So if you can equate that to the pizza man not coming to your neighborhood in the United States,
yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
It's like here in Cali,
there's
neighborhoods where you can't get the delivery of groceries, foods, pizza in that neighborhood.
Domicilio. Yeah, that's the Spanish word for delivery. Domicilio.
Yeah,
try to teach y'all a little.
Let me make a statement that just came to my mind, Los, and maybe you can confirm this. Would you say that individuals that have been to Cartagena time and time again, they've been there many a time, up to at least 80% of individuals that have been to Cartagena, no matter how many times they've been there, have never been to Cartagena?
That's a fact.
80% of guys that say that they've been to Cartagena has never been to Cartagena.
That's a fact.
I'll repeat this. 80%, and Los can confirm this, and I know Jay can confirm this. 80% of the guys that claim I've been to Cartagena can't tell you a damn thing about Cartagena. They have never went into Cartagena. Oh, they could tell you about the clock tower. They bougie like me, so they could tell you about the Miami looking part of Cartagena. They could tell you about the beach, but Cartagena itself, they don't know nothing about Cartagena. They've never been through Cartagena. Maybe have taken an Uber to maybe a club or a little spot in Cartagena, but most of those dudes have not been to Cartagena at all.
Or may have been to the mall. That's correct. That's a little bit past the wall city. A little bit past the wall city. Correct. You know what I'm saying? So you will get to see more locals over there. But you're right about that. Most of these guys, you know, they only highlighting the certain areas and making it look like it's all fun. And then have a person like, all right, so when I was getting ready to make my move, right, if I had been watching those type of channels on a regular basis, and they had me hyped up thinking, oh, this is what Cartagena is, not realizing what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you can't live the Miami Beach style life if you don't make that kind of money. You know correct. If you don't have nothing guaranteed coming in down here, you can end up on the streets. Easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no game. You know what I mean? You talking about making a whole currency adjustment. You know what I mean?
There are homeless Americans. I'll say this again. A lot of people don't realize there are homeless expats in South America, including Colombia. I'll repeat this. There are homeless expats right now in South America, and they're Americans. They could always go back home, but they'll just go back home and be homeless. and so they're basically stuck here in Colombia, either feeling too ashamed to go back home or can't get past an addiction or whatever it may be. But don't think that people that are homeless in Cartagena or in Medellin are only Colombians or Venezuelans. There are a lot of Americans that came from the States, blue-eyed and bushy-tailed, and not actually prepared. Man, it wasn't, as you said, not prepared, and ended up getting got by the city and never made it out, and they are sleeping underneath whatever they can sleep up under.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, when I moved from one barrio east, I was in the east side of town, Bogota. Now I'm on the west side. Man, I used to see a dude every day when I used to go out for a little walk or a bike ride, and I used to look at the guy and be like, man, this dude is not Colombian. He's American. You know what I'm saying? Dirty, rusted up. Because you can look, because certain people, they just look like they not from here. You know what I mean? You could look at them and tell they ain't from here. Like me, they know we ain't from here. what I'm saying? So especially when we start talking, man. And this dude was homeless. And I knew he was homeless because he had on the same dirty clothes, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. And I'm looking at him like, thinking, how the hell did he get this way? And then I started thinking about all the stuff that you can get into, all the things that, you know, you can end up doing and have you in a not so good situation. I'm thinking, yeah, like you just said, the city got him. You know what I'm saying? He came down here. He didn't have a plan, obviously. Yep. He probably was doing some type of, illegal substance. And then, you know, or he had a addiction problem to something, you know, and the money disappeared quick. And now he's out on the street. And then this is the thing. Man, look here, you know, these people down here, they're friendly and they'll help you like when you're helping yourself, or at least trying to help yourself. But if you causing a burden to them when they already have bigger problems, they ain't finna help you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people I see on the street get walked by that's asking for money on a couple pesos on the street? People walk right by them. You know, they not walking by them because they don't want to help them. They walking by because they can't help you.
Because they got their own.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
I when I saw all of this, I'm like, man. So I mean, I don't feel bad for the dude. You know what I mean? Why should I? You know what I mean? Because you had the same way that I'm down here, and I'm trying to figure out I am figuring out how to live and how to survive down here as a, you know what I'm saying, a person that lived in America, grew up in America. You had the same opportunity as me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have to be smart about it. You know, you have to pay attention to certain things. You know what I mean? You just can't come down here free willy. Every day is a holiday type of mind frame. And shoot, man, I don't know, man. But that right there was crazy to me. So that's like one of the things I always keep in the back of my mind. Oh, nah, I ain't finna end up like that dude.
Nah. Mo said, shout out to Mo. I know you sent this a while for the super chat. Thank you, brother. I say he second the motion of HD chilling. He said, great information. Good to get this, get this bone. Break it down, brothers. Loving it. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that because we like we always say, we want to see you guys get off the plane and have a really good time, no matter how much of a good time, no matter what your method is, whether it be pay for play, whether it be a relationship or just hanging out. We want you to get off the plane safely and then make it back home safely. And based off of what we often see here, some guys come down here and they're like, you know what? I've thrown all my chips in to come to Colombia, and me and this female, we're gonna fall in love, and everything is gonna be fine. and all of a sudden, all your little income and savings that you had are drained,
depleted.
So it doesn't take you getting hooked on a drug, or because you became an alcohol in Colombia. You probably was some of these guys were really good dudes. And they came down here, met the wrong woman, and they didn't have any connections back home. There are some brothers that moved down here, ain't got too many connections back home that could take care of you. I give you a perfect example. I'm one of them dudes. I got family that love them some Andre, but they ain't got no money to bring me back to the States. I got to be on point for Andre. I got family that love me some, but maybe one or two got a few dollars. I got some partners that could take care of Dre just in case, but some family, no, I got regular United States families from the hood. And so my hood family can't take care of me. So if I fall off, if I allow myself to fall off, ain't nobody gonna send a ticket. Hey, Andre, here's a $600 ticket, a $300 ticket to get you back home. I ain't got that connection. Some of you people in the comment section, you have to realize you ain't got them type of connections back home if something fall off. So you got to make sure that, like Lo said, you got to be able to have you on point with emergency money, emergency contacts, emergency connections, because when you get back home, even if you got somebody can give you a ticket to get back home, I ain't got nobody I can stay with back in the States. Andre was taking care of Andre all them years in Tampa. My family in Cleveland, in Detroit, in Chicago. So who gonna take care of Andre? I dang sure ain't going back to Detroit. I love Detroit. Going back to Cleveland, love Cleveland. Ain't going back to the Chi no time too soon. So I have to make sure that I take care of myself economically. And now I have another person that I'm making sure that's being taken care of, and that's Andrea. So at the end of the day, these people who Los are talking about and that we see on the streets that are Americans, they didn't think like that to say, just in case an emergency happened, what I need to do. So we're giving you this information now, once again, so you can get safely off the plane and enjoy your experience here in Colombia, whether it be short term or long term, or getting yourself back on the plane to make it safely back home. I admit that I ain't got no connections like that back in the States. I got people that love me, but they ain't got no money. A lot of y'all just like me. Y'all got people that love you, but they can't get you out of jail on bail. Let's put it like this: Americanize
I
it.
got people that love me and they ain't even gonna help me if they
Right.
even if they
Thank
wanted
you.
to.
So at the end of the day, you got to make sure you take some of this advice that Los is saying and that I'm saying about the cost of living and the way of living in Colombia in different cities, because it's easy to say, Dre, but she loved me and we moved in together and blah, blah, blah. And you spend all your money on that chick and all of a sudden it's gone. You ain't
And
got no more money.
let me touch on that for a second.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. So that's one of the reasons how I even got down here. Well, I was motivated to move here. You know what I'm saying? Because I had got out of a situation, you know, for a 12-year marriage, you know what I'm saying? And that came to an end. So, you know, I just wanted to do something totally different in life, just have a new fresh start on life. But I came down here, you know what I mean? After, you know, I'm a clean guy, man. I try to move a little clean. You know, I got some ratchetness about me to myself, you know, big, and that's, you know, kind of how I grew up a little bit. But, you know, I'm trying to get away from all of that because, you know, that ain't no lifestyle I want to live as a intelligent, educated man down here in this area, in this country. I feel like I have more to offer in this situation. So I want to move away from that, where I'm actively moving away from it, even though I still got remnants that hang around me. You know what I'm saying? And I still act a certain way in certain situations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I came down here with that attitude, yeah, man, because I got a girl, you know, and stuff, and I thought everything was peaches and cream from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, in every relationship, you'll turn around and you hit a rough patch, you know, and you deal with those situations as they come up. You know what I mean? But then, you know, after I had made my transition all the way down here, then I hit one of them heavy roadblocks. Blow, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell? So I had to make some adjustments. And this 6-month adjustment, you know what I mean? Like where I had to stop doing what I was doing, you know, this, that, and third, because now I had to focus on me. So the point of it is that I put myself in a situation to where I could have been homeless. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But because I know what I was doing and where I needed to make my changes, I did that. You know what I mean? And it came at a cost to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, because I'm like, well, hell, I'm not going to be feeding this many people and I can't eat. What the hell is that about? You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you're ungrateful on top of that. You know what I mean? You like, so nah. So I shut it down. You know what I mean? For about 6-7 months, I shut that down. You know what I mean? I mean, she's still in my life, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I still do certain things, but I switched it up. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that there's only necessities that's going to get taken care of. All that extra stuff, you know what I mean? Nah, we ain't running that. You know what I mean? But the reason why is because I got blinded by, you could call it whatever you wanted to call it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, being in that situation allowed me to sit back and say, damn, what in the world was I doing and thinking about? You know what I'm saying? Well,
absolutely correct.
I think the Most High that it put me in no super messed up situation, especially because I don't never want to be in a situation where I've got to be picking up the phone and calling somebody and say, man, can you help me out? I fucked up bad, blah, blah, excuse my French. I messed up bad. You know what I'm saying? I can't be in that situation. I'm a grown man. I'm 42 years old, man. I can't be doing that, man. I got to at least be able to take care of me. You know what I mean? Wherever I am in the world. So, you know, because I have that as motivation for me, I had to switch up what I was doing. You know, now I'm in a better situation and I have more control of my situation. You know what I'm saying? But the experience,
Right, right. We had already talked about these. I'm just going through this the super chats.
Yeah, go ahead.
Coming to the chat late. What up, Dre? What up, Los? Thank you, Miles, man. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the 7.73. We appreciate that, man. We thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you, ladies, for the super chats. We appreciate you. We know that a percentage, we letting you guys know that a percentage of this will always go to the donations that we do in the community here for us in Cali, Colombia. So we
And I will
appreciate
tell
that.
you this, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no lie. Because, you know, when I first started moving around in the YouTube space or watching YouTube like that as a travel community member, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that was inspiring was to see Andre and his wife, Andrea, and also Ace Live around here helping the community out. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like doing it on a grand scale. It ain't nothing small. You know what I mean? It's like, check, like for some of these people, they're going to remember that for the rest of their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Like this, like Los, this it's kind of funny that you bring that up, man. Just 2 Christmases ago, this room was full of food. This room wasn't even a studio. It was just where we stored food during the pandemic to give to the community, to give out to so many families that were in need, and we still continue on with that. So we have a lot of nonprofit opportunities that we still donate to. So we appreciate when you guys give. Because man, hey man, it just we blessed others and we end up getting blessed as well.
That's
So
what I was just gonna say. You know what
we
I'm saying?
definitely look at it like that. Okay, like Queen Felicia say, hit that like button, guys. I like you. Make sure you like us
You got
too.
any more questions? You got any more questions in there about Cartagena? You know,
Let me go through these because
yeah,
I'm ready to go to Bogota.
yeah.
I'm ready to go to the cold. I'm ready to talk about the cold, the big city, Chicago style Bogota. Okay, Los is giving up the real get down respect. All right, brother. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Stayed in Laguato
Laguito,
or
El
Laguito. Thank
Laguito.
you, brother. Mainly South American tourists and many prostitutes or pros staying in Boca Grande a few times. Loved it. Percentage minute from what's that? Laguato?
Percent
Laguito?
minutes from Laguito.
Laguito. Thank you very much.
Why, before you move from this comment, hey, for y'all brothers that's watching that like living that lifestyle, I want y'all to think about something for a minute. You know what I mean? And this got to do with cost of living, right? But it's in your cost of space for that P for P stuff, right? So think about it like this. You coming from wherever you coming from. In Cartagena, I just told you the city has about maybe 3 to 4 million people there, and that's with the influx of Venezuelans, right? If without the Venezuelans, we're talking about like 2 million. All right.
Right.
So now you know that there's a certain community that goes down into that area to make money. Okay. And they're down there on a weekend to weekend basis, and they're always in the party scenes and the club scenes and this, that, and the third, right? You know
the mangoes. Yeah.
And yeah, right. So, but these are also, you know what I'm saying, the prices that you guys are coming down here paying in the equivalent of USD 70, 80, $100. You know what I'm saying? So here that's like 250, yeah, 250,000, 270,000, 300,000, almost 350,000 pesos. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing, right? So these girls who y'all recycling, and some of y'all not being safe, it's the same girls. That's part of the reason why some people come down here and end up in those situations. So you can leave broke and messed up too, health-wise.
Because you think that she's one thing, her mindset is one thing, she's got your back, but at the end of the day, correct me if I'm wrong, she doesn't have your back because, you know,
She only down there for the one thing.
That's what she's down there for, to make a profit.
And they doing it off a lot of brothers who, when you have a taste of that lifestyle, right? And you say, oh, I'm moving to Cartagena. That's how you end up on the streets over a recycled female.
That is so true. That is so true. Now, mind you guys, we aren't saying that there are no good women in Cartagena. You can't do that. But we're saying that the tourist circles, now mind you guys, I repeat, the tourist circles that are familiar to most individuals, that's what can quite often happen, or statistically could happen to you if you're around the tourist circles that much. If you're trying to turn a pro into a housewife, and she don't turn into a housewife, and she take you for the house, that's on you.
That's on you. Because
That's
first
on
of
you.
all, the pro should have been already. She already got the qualities. These women already have the housewife qualities because they're raised that way. You know what I'm saying? Some of the ones who in that industry, they just chose to go to that industry to try to get something faster, or they have an astronomical people to take care of in the house. You know what I'm saying? Literally is what it is. However, you know what I mean? You still have to look at the worst case scenario too. You know what I mean? And Cartagena, is a concentrated area, right? And most of them working girls, they coming from like this area called Anna Maria or San Francisco. If you get caught up with a girl and she tell you that she's from San Francisco and Cartagena, then you need to leave her alone. You need to go ahead and tell her I'm good, because she getting your ass. Because that where they come from over there in that barrio in Cartagena, everybody got over there. If you're not from there and you walking over there, you over there at the wrong time of day or time, or the right opportunity is gonna. Matter of fact, these people don't care. They get you in the daylight. You know what I'm saying? With cars riding by, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So if any female tell you they from San Francisco and Cartagena, that's just free game for you. You know what I mean? Then you need to leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, they probably won't even tell you that. Well, actually, they probably wouldn't care because they know you don't know. They can't get over there. They can't get over on me because I know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man. It's more poor neighborhoods in Cartagena than it is good ones. So, but anyway, I just wanted to go a little in depth on that comment right there, because that's a scenario that will have people like here, like really like they in a dire situation. Like, how the hell am I gonna get out of this? I need help. You know what I'm saying? Please help me type of situation with money wise. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because those same girls, if you come down here and then you make her, like Andre said, you can't turn one into one. You know what I mean? She gonna play that role with you. You know what I mean? She gonna play that role, and every time she'll come up with an excuse. Oh, I gotta go home for my kid, and you gonna be cool with it because you ain't gonna want the kid over there around you. But meanwhile, she ain't got no kid, but she taking that money that you just gave her and going and taking care of, you know what I'm saying, Jose Luis over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so true.
And you end up in the same situation because of that. You know what I mean? But see, a lot of guys don't come down here thinking about none of that stuff. You know what I mean?
And I'm glad that we got a chance to emphasize on something that nobody talks about, is homeless Americans in Colombia. That it does happen, and it's not super common, but it happens enough to where we see in every city that I've been to that we've come across homeless blacks, homeless whites, and we looking like, don't just think it's happened to the white brothers. It's you brothers, you brothers, the same complexion that we are, can get caught up and ain't got no way back home, and ain't got nobody to, and that's why I compared it to, you're driving down the street, you get stopped by a police officer, you got 3 outstanding tickets, and they lock you up for the tickets. Some of you brothers ain't got nobody to call you to get you out of jail on bail the next morning. Let's be real. You got family that love you, they care about you, but they ain't got no money to get you. Your bond is only $100, and they ain't even got that money to the side until Friday to get you out. Well, just imagine you coming to you, the same dude who family ain't got they love you, but they ain't got no bail money to get you out for $500 out in the States. You think they got $500 to give you a ticket to make it back home? And then you the one that act like you was the one. You was the one when you left the States. I'm leaving. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I got me a Colombian girlfriend. We're going to be living together. You can't. But then if it doesn't work out, you didn't have the time to focus on making sure you had an emergency fund put to the side so you can continue to take care of yourself, or career like Los to continue to move forward, or like myself to continue to move forward. And now you out here on the streets of another country. And I'm going to say this again. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough for us to notice you brothers on the streets. And we know that you're from the States and you homeless. Straight up and down, man. You know what I'm saying? And then now that forces you to have to deal with certain type of people. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm telling you, while a lot of the Colombian people are nice people, and some of them are bent over backwards to help you out. You know what I mean? how you know you can really trust this scenario? You know what I mean? They might be doing it to set you up for something later. You never know that. You know what I mean? But people don't come down here thinking like that, man. But yeah, when I saw that, I'm telling you, Dre, that motivates me to not be in that situation. Oh, hell nah, man. I'm 1,700 miles away from home, man. And I got to get on the plane. You know what I'm saying? At minimum, I need to have at least $1,200, $1,500 just so I can get a plane ticket and be able to get all my shit, all my stuff back to the United States. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not coming back here, I got to have that. So that's what one of the key things that he just said to y'all family was an emergency fund. And I'm talking to the people that's like thinking about relocating. You know what I mean? If you just a novice traveler and you just coming to explore for a few days, maybe a couple weeks or so, you know what I'm saying, then you don't really have to worry about that. You know, you just don't come down here with nothing valuable, but like that. But if you're gonna be here for an extended period of time, 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever, man, you need to be thinking on the worst case level, a worst case scenario, and you need to have an emergency fund just in case something go bad. And you better get you some insurance because ain't nobody gonna be paying to ship your body back.
Absolutely correct. Shout out to Livestream, Gail the Southern Belle, mediator of all major YouTube channels from Zoom to Thailand to
that's Gail at
MTR
night. Okay,
that's Gail at night, man. She's the lead attorney. If you need moderation, as far as making sure that you ain't got no fools in your chat, boy, that's Gail, boy, right there.
Nice.
That's Gail the Southern Belle right there. And when I say Southern Belle, if you guys have ever heard her voice and ever heard Gail talk, you be like, oh my God, she reminds
from the
me
South.
Like,
where in the South?
Oh man, she sounds like she should have tea in her hand in the South on the front porch. I mean, just yeah, man, that's my girl right there.
Nice.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Gail at Night. She is one of the few individuals that actually focuses on YouTube etiquette. You know, how to have a YouTube channel that's respectful and a YouTube channel that's growing. So when you have sponsors or individuals that want to take advantage of saying, hey, I'll pay you this amount of money to do a 30-second spot of my product on your channel, is because you have had etiquette. Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
She just finally tried the rum that we brought from Dominican Republic.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
You know the Russian vodka start looking at me. They start to send it to the States because the Russian-Ukraine war.
Yeah, so you can't get the Russian vodka here?
No, in the States, no, in Canada either. They provide.
Wow, so they kind of like blocking the Russian vodka everywhere.
Yeah.
So
they shutting Russia down all across the board.
They shutting them down for real. All right, beautiful. Looking all delicioso. All right, we're gonna shut this live stream down now. For real. I'm like, okay, all right.
Service time.
For real. All right, the church, we're gonna close the church fast. Goodness gracious, looking good. All right, that's my workout partner right there.
No doubt.
But shout out to Gail. Okay. Let's see what this. I saw this question earlier. What about living in Zone T?
So he talking about Bogota now. That's where he at.
Okay,
so I just wanted to make.
All right, open it up. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's go to Bogota.
Right, so
we're about to go
to
Bogota.
So for just to end the Cartagena, like I said, if you 55 and older, you looking and you thinking about relocating, and you have your funds that you can depend on pension, and in a few years Social Security if it's gonna be there. Then Cartagena wouldn't be a bad place for you, but you just know that you're gonna be dealing with certain elements that you may not be used to dealing with in the United States. But overall, Cartagena is a good place to live on the good side of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have an extension or somebody like me that'll have you further off up into Cartagena or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then you do that at your own risk. Just know that there are some damn risks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, safety is one of those. So you have to trust the people who you're dealing with. And then the outskirts of Cartagena, all around it, you can look at areas in and outside of that to be able to, but you're going to have transportation to get to Cartagena. So that's the caveat with that. So that's Cartagena in a nutshell. Inflation is going to probably affect there the most.
I got a couple super chats for you before we really get deep off to Bogota, Los. And I appreciate you being here, brother. I really do.
No doubt.
You bringing a lot of. Otis says, just got on here. How much do I need in US monthly to live very comfortable in Colombia? Now, it depends on what city. That's what we're talking about, the different cities. Meaning nice house, car, nice clothing, women, etc.
Well, let's move the nice clothes out of the way. That doesn't even matter. I brought a
don't need
whole
that.
wardrobe of nice clothes down
Dude,
here.
I still got suits I ain't even touched.
Bruh, I'm sitting back like, why did I bring? I ain't even wore none of this stuff since
Dude, I
I've been
got
here.
shoes, brand new Oxfords, monk straps, boots. I got Doc shoes. I'm talking about some really nice shoes,
And you
man.
ain't put none
I
of it
haven't
on.
even broken in yet. And they've been sitting in the closet for like
man.
2 years.
So Otis, man, you can remove that thought process straight out of your mind.
Yeah,
talking about
man.
nice clothes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
go ahead and get rid of that. Because people don't, I mean, you want to look nice in certain situations.
Nice button up.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice
Yeah,
polo.
you know what I mean? And they got shops here that you go get on a relatively inexpensive basis to look nice. That's all it is.
Yeah,
and
you ain't got to pack all that.
And for me, just have a pair of clean shoes. Just clean them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they do here. You know what I mean? You go to the club or go hang out somewhere and you in the capital city and you'll see women here in sweatpants. You know what I'm saying? At the nightclub. But they just want to be out and have fun with their friends and dance because there's some dancing people down here, man.
The dancing,
you know
yes.
So they love to hang out. They love to sit outside, enjoy the weather. So, you know, man, all that nice clothes. I'm talking about when y'all coming down here with all that Balmain and all that, man, leave that shit up there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need none of that here.
So
you know what I'm saying? You don't need none of that shit here.
Because they don't even have half the stuff that you think is fashionable in the States. They don't even know what that is down here.
No.
Not saying that they're so poor, but they don't need it.
No,
they don't need it. It's not like they can't. Many of them can't afford it. Many Colombians can afford a lot of what we can afford, but they know they don't need it. Especially the dudes.
Crazy.
Like, yeah.
Why would a Colombian go spend $50 on a t-shirt when that same $50 can feed the whole family of 6 for a week?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like priorities.
And you still gonna smash the best. You don't even need, man, dude. If I'd have known if all I needed was t-shirt and underwear and maybe a couple of polo shirts and a couple of button downs and everything else I could have bought here anyway, man, all I would have had for real, relocating to Colombia, I would have just had t-shirts, drawers, socks, shoes, because I got big feet. That's it.
And that's real talk, man.
That's it.
Real
the rest
talk.
of it you can buy when you get here. Jeans,
literally,
shirts, all of it. All this. They got H&M down here. If you like shopping, it's down here. They've got all the stores that we got in all our malls.
They got that high-end shit. They got all that.
Of it.
They just don't go in there and buy it.
Thank you. All of it is already here waiting for you. So one thing I can say when it comes to coming to Colombia and you thinking that you got I got big totes over here of stuff I got $8,000 worth of stuff sitting right here. I ain't touched in 4 years.
Man, I'm looking at all my stuff over here right now.
Yeah, man, all this stuff. You look like, man, if somebody would have told me that I didn't need to pack all this and all this was already waiting in Colombia, man, I would have saved $8 grand.
Now y'all getting game from both ends because Andre
really
been in Colombia longer than me. Andre been here 5 years.
Man.
I'm on 16 months. You know what I'm saying? So, and we both saying the same thing about clothes. And he got more time here than I do. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look here, man. So, Otis, forget about the clothes. A nice house. If you looking at it from that perspective, be an investor. Come down here and get you a building, you know what I'm saying, with 4 units, and you live in one of them and rent the other 3.
Absolutely
now you got you another passive income coming in.
That's what we're doing. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly
Look at it from that way. Because you don't need to have no big ass house.
No, you don't. You really don't.
You don't need that shit. Most of the and getting down to the women, most of the women that you're gonna meet if you're gonna live here, they don't come from money. You know what I'm saying? Most of these women don't come from money. You know, some of them do. And some of them work themselves to that point. You know what I'm saying? But most of at least 60%, if you got line up 10 women, 6 of them didn't come from money.
And we're talking about the women that you see on Colombian TV, the ones on the news, the actresses, the singers, all those people.
The lawyers, abogados.
Oh, man, Lord, what?
The dentists, all of them.
The sports figures, all of them come from regular ass families. regular everyday people. You would think like, oh, they found their daddy was an actor, so that's why she became an actress. No, it ain't like in the States with all that, where you got like this person daddy was a famous singer, so she got opportunity. No, Colombia, it ain't really like that. It's like you will meet some of the most down to earth people that got 5 Grammys that you ever imagine here in Colombia. A lot of stuff that you think you need to showboat. This is not the United States. First of all, you bring your Jordans down here. This Adidas country, so they don't give a damn about your Jordans. They like, oh, that's nice, but they can't tell you that there was a Jordan 23 that came out or the Jordan 15. They don't know nothing about all that.
They don't care. You know what I'm saying? I found a good pair of Jordans here that I like, that I might end up purchasing just because I make enough money to buy it.
Right.
But I'm not rushing to go to the store to buy it because it doesn't matter. I just want it because I want it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me? As opposed to getting it to show that I'm him, I'm balling. Yeah, this me. I'm in Colombia. I'm doing. Nah, man, that attitude, you can flush that shit down the toilet.
Yeah, you can. That's gonna say we saving you guys a lot of money with just everything we just said in the last 10 minutes. He said a car.
And then for the last thing to address as far as the car, man, listen, okay. Now you can ask Dre about the car because Dre got a license. I plan on getting a license so I can get me a little moto around here. But bruh, you don't need no damn car. You know what I'm saying? And then in most places, the only place you're gonna really see like Benzes and that type of thinking that where I'm thinking your mind at here is in Bogota. You know what I'm saying? Because in most of these other cities, while they may be there, you ain't gonna see them as frequent as much. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna see that in one city in Colombia, and that's Bogota, because this is like the financial city of the country. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And that's really where you gonna see. And then those people, they living in the mountains. You know what I mean? So you know, like for real. You know what I mean?
So you gotta drive.
The financial district, you ain't gonna really see it. You know what I'm saying?
The only reason
all that nice car shit, man. Nah.
The only reason we got a car, and I'm glad that you we're glad that you asked this question, Otis, because it opens up information that we were able to share, not just with you, but with other individuals. Shout out for you for the super chat. We appreciate it. But more than the super chat, man, your question was, your statement was right on cue. The only reason Andrea and I purchased a vehicle, I'm 6'3", and I just got tired of just getting into little
ass cars.
And B, I'm 6'3" and I'm 54 going on 55. My knees can't take getting to those little vehicles as much. C was, you have to realize we are a travel brand. So when with us, a car is a part of our business. Our vehicle is 99% business, to where we can drive to all the other areas of Colombia and let you guys see that if we were taking the bus, or if we wanted to get, we couldn't get up in those higher mountain regions because buses don't go there. So as far as a brand is concerned, that's why we purchased the vehicle. But other than that,
you don't need
we would be like Los. Andre and I have ridden a bus for almost 3 years straight, no problem. Ubers,
you're right, bro. And it's so cheap to do it. It's like I got Uber, I got taxi, I got my bicycle, I got the Transmillennial, and I got my feet.
There is no stigma like in the United States. Wow, they're walking, he must be poor.
Nah.
Oh wow, they're getting on the bus, they must be poor.
Nah.
Oh, he's riding a bike, he must be poor. That's the U.S. stigma of you have to have a car. And so even I had to get over that. Like, that's what everybody does. And a female was, and if you got a female coming over to the house, pay for an Uber, pay for a taxi. It's $6. Just $6 compared
sometimes
to
$3.50
compared to what you would pay for your car insurance, your car gas, your car if you're paying monthly payments, the whole thing. Compared to she just coming over, she hot, she a 10. Yeah, you can get 10s coming over to your crib in an Uber. Yes, you can.
But notice what Andre just said to y'all. Andrea didn't purchase a car. Andre had been here almost 4 years before he bought a car, and he showed us his process doing it. You know what I'm saying? 4 years and just decided to buy a car. I'm running up on that same. The only reason why I'm going to get my license is because I saw Andre did it. So I'm gonna go do it, and then I'm gonna go right here in Afro Wahida channel. I saw where the location was where you can go buy cars. She didn't even show you where you can go buy the motos over there. I can go get me a moto for 1.5, 2 million pesos and go and have it fixed up the way that I want it for maybe another 500 or 600 pesos. And I now got me a moto to get around the city.
Yep.
That's the only reason why I'm going to get a license, so I can get around without any problems from the police. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Even though I can go get a moto right now and use my regular American license, I don't want to do it because I want to be integrated into the society here and how it works and moves here. But look at how just using all these different YouTube channels, I was able to piece together how to make it work for me.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, Otis. I hope we answered your question. Like I said, I'm really glad that you asked that question, because I wish I would have asked that question, or somebody on any live stream that I was watching when I was moving. Somebody said that, Andre, you don't need all that. You really don't need all that. Like I said, I got $8,000. I got 3 big trunks right here that rarely get open. All this studio equipment, this lighting, and we're gonna be this YouTube channel, and I'm gonna need to have these type of this, and I need to bring that and all this. Don't forget this, Andre. All that stuff was already here for less price, or I didn't even need it, and now I got all this stuff. Now, if I was back home in the States, I could sell it on Craigslist or eBay, even though Craigslist and eBay are here in Colombia. But I've just been lazy and don't want to I probably give it away. But my point is that we make the mistake of thinking that Colombia does not have everything that you would have in the States. Colombia there are little things missing, like if I want an Oakland Raiders hat, I got to order it off of eBay. Okay, I got to wait 4 days. Okay. If I want to order Lowry seasoned salt, some of you guys are coming from the States. You see what I'm saying? Bring me some Lowry's, brother. Okay, cool. I'll wait a couple of months until you get here for some Lowry seasoned salt. But everything else, I really can't think of anything that we have in the United States that is not here that I was already purchasing.
Man, I say that to myself all the time, and I use this as another phrase as motivation. Why am I coming back to the United States again? I use that as motivation every day.
Right. You know what I mean?
Because what you just said, one of the reasons what you just said, I can get everything here that I could get in the United States. It may have another name on it. You know what I'm saying? It might look a little different. You know what I'm saying? But it works and functions the same way. So, like, what's the point again? You know what I'm saying? And it's cheaper.
Way cheaper. So like I said, I would have came down here with 1 or 2 polo shirts. In all sincerity, seriously, guys, I'd have came down here with 2 pair of shoes. I would have came down here with 2 polo shirts. I would have came down here with a couple packets of underwear, a couple packets of t-shirts, and maybe a couple button-down shirts, and a couple of packs of socks. And one would have been white sock, really my black socks for like when I wear my sneakers, or some dress socks. So if I wear some more dress, if one of my shoes were a pair of dress shoes, but that would have been it. Everything would have been.
So basically, what he just told you, family, is come down here with 2 weeks worth of stuff.
That's it, basically, because everything else is down here. I mean, literally everything. If you want to build I could easily say this, Los. I would easily say 90% of my wardrobe is from Colombia.
Man, this right here,
90%. I have not had to go back to the States or order from the States as if, and I like that Bitcoin, by the way. I have not had to order anything from the States that was major, except for if I feel like my colognes. I love my cologne collection. Got them here.
Man, they got man.
All of it is here.
Listen, I found, and I just started back wearing cologne because my ex-wife, she was allergic to it, so I couldn't wear it for 12 years.
Right.
So one of the ones that I used to like to wear was Nautica Voyage. It smells good on me.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
For some reason, I like it, and the women like it too. Man, in America, I paid for like, I don't know, it was like a 2 ounces, I guess.
Ounces, right? That's
bottle.
Right.
I paid maybe $30-$40 for it, right? And I found a damn 3-ounce bottle, 4-ounce bottle of the same cologne. You know what I'm saying? For 10,000 pesos, dog. You know what 10,000 pesos is, family? $3, man.
Yep.
Man, what? What I'm going
That's
back to
the part that
America,
get you,
bro.
man. Because you be like, that's the part that tick you off. Because you be like, man, I brought that down here with me, and blah 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 blah. And I paid in the States, I paid da 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 da. And you get down here, and the same thing is at a fraction of the price. That's the part. You if you like me, you like your button down shirts. You guys see me on mostly money, like my button down shirts and my ties, my vests, and all that. All that was purchased here in Colombia. It wasn't like I brought suits and jackets down here to Colombia. All that I purchased here. Like I said, I'm a big boy that got long arms. So I had to be able to purchase that down here. Or if I couldn't find it here, like I say, Amazon delivers within 3 to 4 days. So, well, I get it overnight, and that's in the States. Amazon next door to you, of course. But I'm willing to wait 3 or 4 days compared to never getting a product. So at the end of the day, I kid you not, guys, everything that you get back in the States is basically kind of here. We're going to get to a super chat, but
Segueing
this
that into Bogota, if whatever you're looking for, you can find it in Bogota. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Bogota is the largest city in Colombia. Shunt, you just dropped that. Bogota is more dangerous than Cartagena. I would say no. You know what I'm saying? And this is because I've been in Bogota for 1 year today. You know what I'm saying? And I spent 4 months in Cartagena. Cartagena is by far more dangerous than it is in Bogota. Why? There are 12 million people here in Bogota. Okay. Bogota has its elements of danger. Okay. It does. I cannot tell you any lie about that. The main area that people know about is Santa Fe. You can go on YouTube and you can look up Santa Fe. And if you pay attention, if you really paying attention to those Santa Fe videos, those cameras are not in a space where people can see them because you cannot film in Santa Fe. Somebody will touch you on your shoulder or maybe a little more harsh, you know, and get you straight with that. So all of the videos that you see in Santa Fe, those people are literally risking their lives to get you that content. That's number one, okay? Santa Fe is probably one of the most dangerous neighborhood in Bogota, but it's under control of what you guys think Colombia is. But that's a concentrated area, okay?
Right.
And this might be a 10 block area, 10 to 12 block area, all in that area. You know what I'm saying? That's where it goes on over there. It's controlled, and the people run that. Okay, that's one area. So you bring yourself to Bogota. Don't take your ass over there unless you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. So that's that. Now, there's a barrio Soacha, Usman, Bosa, some parts of Kennedy, Patio Bonita, a little bit of Fontaban, Engativa Pueblo, and there's one more. I can't remember the name in Bogota. They are all on most of them are on the south or southwest end of the city. Okay, because the more north you go, the more safe it gets. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing
South
here.
or southeast end of the Bogota. That's where all the danger is. If you don't know nobody over there, you don't have nobody over there that you're dealing with like that, as far as a woman is concerned, who can guarantee your safety, what you taking your ass over there for?
True. That's how it is here, southeast or anything in the south or east. If you don't know nobody over there, why you over there? Then that's
Candelaria.
exactly how it's set up.
That's what I meant to say. Some parts of Candelaria, but that's like a part of the old city here in Bogota. As it same as in Cartagena when they say the old city. Candelaria is old, so you got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, stuff that steals, but not as much. So, but anyway, no reason for you to go in those areas. So I've been in Bogota, and the reason why I know about all this is because I've been in those areas. And I've been in there knowing that shit ain't no reason for me to come back over here. Why? You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody over here. There's really nothing that I need to do over here. So why am I even gonna put myself in a situation where something can happen to me over here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but in Cartagena, and the reason why I'm saying this is because that is spread out. Where I'm located in Barrio Engativa with the regular Colombians is where I live right now. You know what I'm saying? I moved. Colombia has 6 strata levels, or whatever you call them. 6 being the highest, 5, 4, 3, all the way down to 1. So the areas that I just named to you are 1s and 2s. You know what I'm saying? Those areas I just named. All right. Me right now, I live in a 3.
That's where
And
most people live here in
and
Cali
I
too.
chose to
In
do
Zone
that
3, just the average
because I
person.
wanted to live with the regular people.
Right.
But I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing because I've been here long enough. I understand how the cities work. I understand how the people work in the cities, and I can speak the language a little bit, so people ain't gonna be able to take advantage of me like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get in and I mingle with the people. I'm not trying to come down here with the flashy clothes and all this jewelry on. I'm the American. I ain't doing none of that because now I'm bringing heat to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody over there gonna get jealous and be like, I'm finna show this fool. You know what I'm saying? That's what they doing because they do it in the United. What make you think they ain't gonna do it nowhere else? People out here hungry too. You know what I'm saying? So why would I? No, what I'm gonna do? What's up, man? Yo, soy Carlos. Yeah, so soy from Estados Unidos, Tampa, Florida. ¿Tú conoce? Yeah. Oh, no. ¿Tú conoce Miami? Sí. Well, mi ciudad es norte de Miami. 4 horas. On oeste costa. Costeña on oeste. Telling them on the west coast so they can find, if they know Miami, then they can geographically find my city, where I'm from. So I'm talking to them like that. ¿De dónde eres? Oh, soy Bogotá. Oh, tú eres Rolo. Oh, yeah. So yo soy negro Rolo. So I give them a joke or something to make them laugh. I'm telling them I'm the black Bogotá man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I mingle in with it. So when they see me, and because I'm gonna be in the street walking around, you're gonna see me. I'm not running from you. You know what I mean? Because I walk around with things to protect myself. I ain't no idiot, not no dummy. I'm not from here. People watching me. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you come to me with the nonsense, then I'm gonna have to protect myself. But to deflect all of that, because I'm not on no negative, I need to be like them. I need to be friendly. I need to be open.
And that's just like in the States.
You understand? So, and that's how I'm able to live in a strata 3. I'll never live in a strata 1. You can hang that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Never living in that. If you see me living in a strata 1, I'm homeless and I'm with some female. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's how it is. Because that's the lowest of the low.
That's the lowest of the low.
So, you know what I mean? But I chose to live the way that I'm living because I wanted to, and it saves me money. So now getting to the inflation part of it, with Bogota, not talking about the more dangerous.
Of course.
I was just giving the difference between
of course, brother.
The Cartagena and the Bogota dangerous. People in Cartagena, is more black people there, which means there's more poverty, which means there's more people hungry, which means there's more people looking for opportunity, all in a small concentrated area.
Correct.
You can't really do that in Bogota. Them people are way over there in Usman. They're not coming over here to rob me. Hell, how the hell are they going to get back to Usman? You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's a couple of thugs or thieves over here where I'm at now. But why the hell am I going outside at 12:30 at night?
Right. Get papaya.
You know what I'm saying?
To get papaya. That's why you
go outside. It's a couple of stores down the street. A couple of people standing there. If I wanted to get me a cup of tinto, you know what I'm saying, or cafe con leche. If I wanted to get into that, they right there. You know what I'm saying? I like the convenience of where I'm at, but I'm not no idiot because there's people out here. You know what I'm saying? I done seen streetwalkers out here too. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's going down somewhere in one of these blocks. So you just got to be smart about the danger. But anyway,
absolutely correct.
But as far as Bogota is living,
right,
man, I absolutely love living in Bogota minus the weather. And the weather is not bad every day. It's only because I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I'm used to the Cartagena type weather. You know what I'm saying? And I like to wear shorts and t-shirts.
You can't be doing that all the time in Bogota.
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, I got a hoodie on now. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that some of the structures are built, it can get cold and they don't have heating in here. You have to buy a space heater or something like that. They don't have these places don't come with heating. Now the space that I'm in now is not bad. I could take this hoodie off and I'll still be comfortable. You know what I mean? But where I was in Chapinero, the apartment, although I was in a strata 5 over there, although the apartment was good, it was cold in that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. You know what I mean? I have to go to sleep under 3 and 4 covers and all this other kind. I ain't like that. But it was the way the apartment was built and made.
Yeah.
I ain't like that. But as far as el clima acá en Bogotá as far as that is concerned, right now the average is between 72 at the high and 53 or 52 at the low at night. That's
Right.
the
That's
it's like
yeah,
eternal fall here. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's
So
true.
if you like the fall weather, then Bogota is not a bad city to
True.
live in at
That's true.
all.
That's a
You're
good
just
point.
gonna hate the traffic because if you're in a rush to get somewhere, you're going to be late. But the offset of that is Bogota people don't show up. I mean, people in Colombia in general don't show up to stuff on time anyway.
They
You know what I'm saying?
late to work, late to everything. They late to dude.
Yeah.
Like in the States, you can get fired for being late. That ain't gonna happen in Colombia.
Nah, you better
You will
just show
not
up to
get
work.
fired for being late in Colombia. They are late for everything.
That's facts.
Everything.
So that's the caveat to that. But you're not gonna like sitting in traffic though. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hate that shit. You know what I mean?
Especially like on Pico Cellular Day. Y'all got 2 of them. Now, Pico Cellular is the day that on your license plate, the last number, whether it be odd or even, you have to have your vehicle parked. It don't matter if it's parked at home. Doesn't matter if it's parked on the street. It needs to be parked. It cannot be on the road. And Bogota has 2 days for Pico Cellular for a day. So like ours is Thursday. Me and Andres on. But if you look at the last digit, ours is Thursday. So therefore on that Thursday, we have to have our car parked by 4 o'clock. I think it's 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. It's like 4-hour window, right? And we can't drive our vehicle. If we get caught on the road, we get a ticket or our vehicle can be towed.
Yeah.
And so you see everybody rushing home, trying to get home at the same time, and traffic is crazy congested. You like, why would the city ask you to have Pico Cellular when you know everybody trying to get home to park their car at the same time? Now traffic, and you looking at your watch like, okay, we got 10 minutes to get home. And you thinking like, okay, we're about 15 minutes away and this traffic not moving. Well, you guys got 2 days to have to do that. And so that's one of the complaints about being in Bogota is that you got to have that car parked 2 days a week.
I don't know whole much about Pico Cellular because I'm not driving around in the city. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I know this much. From 5 to 7 in PM and from 6:30 a.m. to about 8:30 a.m.
Don't
be in the road.
Don't be on the road. It's packed.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a problem out there.
It's packed.
You know what I mean? Stuck. Straight up, you know what I mean? If you at a hotel that's a little bit away from Bogota airport, you know what I'm saying? Man, you need to make sure that you leave 2.5 hours early because you're going to be in traffic for 30, 45 minutes.
Yes,
you know
it's the Chicago, LA-ish, New York-ish type traffic.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I don't really like about Bogota like that is the traffic. But I ain't in cars enough to be able to really deal I get in Ubers and taxis when I'm trying to go somewhere muy lejos. You know what I mean? So, and I just said very long. But then if it ain't like tomorrow morning, I gotta get me I'm trying to find me a washer dryer combo. The one that the stack that comes together.
What we got. Yeah, the new washing, the up and down, the stack.
So I'm gonna go down to Central, you know what I'm saying, and see if I can find me a good used one down there. You know what I'm saying? That put in here. But from where I am located, that's about maybe 25, 30 minutes going south. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get in a taxi, you know what I mean? And hopefully I pick the right time of day to travel. You know what I'm saying?
One of the things I found out, Los, tonight, Andrea told me, I did not know this. And this is a good business for somebody to start in the United States.
Oh, they're washing machine.
No. Check it out. When it comes to your driver's license and driving and things like that.
Oh,
and I'll go come back to that too. I know what you're talking about. We'll come back to that. That with your insurance, with our insurance, full coverage insurance here, if Andrea and I, we out drinking, having a good time, and we drinking too much, we can actually take a Uber home, and our insurance company will pay somebody to come pick our car up from the club and take it home. I did not know that they did that here. Do you know how that is a business in the States? If you could have people say, listen, if you drinking too much and you need somebody to pick your car up, here's my card. Part of your it's almost like their version of AAA will pick your car up and bring your car home safely, and you and your people could just take an Uber and make it home.
Hey, if somebody crafty enough out there, y'all listening to what Andre just told you,
that is an excellent
entrepreneur
business
in the making, because liquor and drinking ain't going nowhere. and it's a
I
DUI
know,
crash
man.
every day.
Just tell some dudes like, listen, dog, listen, I charge blah blah blah. I'm reputable. I want, I'm insured. I'm insured to make sure your vehicle is insured, and I could make sure that here. They have to call them a couple hours in advance to let them know that, hey, I'm at Club Living, and me and my girl been drinking. So could you come pick up the car, and we'll just take an Uber home, and your insurance here in Colombia will pay for it no matter what city you're in. I'm
That's
like,
nice.
okay.
I'm gonna have to hit you up on the back end about this
I
insurance
know,
when I
right?
get
I
my
did
moto.
not know, and
Hey man, I can't
that's
try
just
this moto
regular.
home.
That's just
Come get my
regular.
moto.
That's part of insurance.
Straight up, man. And then the other thing is what y'all got me on. I heard you say 300,000 for the month for the full coverage insurance and get anything. I
Oh, the
need that.
medical, yeah. Oh, yeah,
I need that.
yeah.
You
We
know what I'm
pay. We
saying?
don't pay next to nothing for insurance. Andre and I pay for insurance together for full coverage, top medical insurance that includes life insurance. We pay like $35-$40 a month.
Yeah, I need that in my life. I need that.
Yeah, that's
ASAP.
the
You know what
sewer.
I'm
The
saying?
sewers. Yeah. We're gonna definitely converse on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another question for you. Before I get to you, Blade, in your super chat, R says, "How is?"
Racismo.
There we go.
So you're not gonna encounter that much. You know what I'm saying? What it is that you have, and if you do run into it, it's gonna be like an older generation type of person who just ignorant. That's it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But for the most part in Bogota, anybody that's millennial or lower for sure, and anybody that falls within the age range of 30 to 50, you know what I'm saying? You ain't dealing with none of that stuff, man.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's a stigma that people talk about. That's not there. You have to be here to like experience it yourself. Now there was one incident during like when they was talking about the you know what I'm saying, this jab and all that, and standing in line in certain places and stuff like that. I had one incident where this older man, I walked into an establishment without a mask on. I walked in one without one on, and I was just trying to get me something to go to eat, you know what I mean? And the dude looked at me, you know what I'm saying, with a nasty look, and then he took like 3 or 4 steps back from me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I took it in a way as N-word, you coming in here with no mask on type of thing. Now you can look at that from 2 sides, but I didn't like the fact of how he looked at me and how he stepped away and he saw me walk into this establishment and I'm by myself, you know what I'm saying, and my hands was in my pocket to begin with anyway. So I took offense to that, because he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? All he had his mask on his face. So if you had your mask on and you really believed in it that way, why the hell you worried about me walking in here with no mask on? Because technically the mask is supposed to be stopping you from getting what I'm supposedly breathing in the air anyway. So
Right.
at that time, I took offense to that and I got mad. So I said a couple of explicitives loud, and then I turned around and walked out the door, you know what I'm saying? Because the man behind the car, he was partnering with him, you know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, I was just saying the other day, and you just sold me some food and I ain't had nothing on. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like the hypocrisy in that. So I turned around, I said what I said, and I left. That was the only incident I had as far as racism is concerned. Well, actually, no, I take that back. This is the second one. There's only 2. I was walking down Correa 13, and it was like at 1:30, almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was by myself on this occasion as well. But there was like 4 other dudes walking behind me, Colombian dudes. So the police came up on one of those motos and rode up and was like, "Hey, get on the wall." That's basically what he was saying in Spanish. Stop and get on the wall so they can frisk you down or whatever. Again, it's 2 o'clock almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And then it looked like 5 individuals walking together, and it could be perceived as you may be up to no good. Well, anyway, those dudes stopped. I turned around, I kept walking. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I'm not in the United States. You ain't gonna be putting me on the wall. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come down like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, so the dude hopped out because they ride on those dirt bikes. They ride with 2 police on them.
2 cops. Right. That's right.
So they stopped. The one dude got 4 dudes hemmed up on the wall, and then the other dude walking fast towards me. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, pare. So I stopped. So now, he asked me to get on the wall, and I'm getting mad. Now, longer the short is, I end up damn near pulling my pants all the way down and letting them see my natural black ass. You know what I'm saying? To show them that, hey, look, I'm in another country, man, and I know where I'm at and I know what I'm doing. You really think I'm gonna be walking down the street with certain things in my pocket, man? Like, because they was looking for drugs. That's what they were looking for. You know what I'm saying? They thought that we were drug dealers, maybe. Who knows? And all I got is my phones and my damn taser with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all really think that I'm gonna be like doing that? I'm saying this to them. Calm down. Yeah, we have to do this. And I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because and then my mind went back to hold up, man.
Stateside.
Right. That's what my mind did. And I'm fresh in Bogota. I had to be in Bogota about maybe 3 months at this time. So I wasn't even in Bogota that long, you know? And that happened to me, man. And I ain't like that. So those are the only two incidents that I had.
Now the second incident, would you consider that racism, or was the fact that you had your ass out there 2 o'clock in the morning? And let me put it like this. You were walking ahead of 5 dudes that you weren't far enough of, which you wouldn't have known, but you just weren't far enough apart from the dudes that they assumed that you were part of the group, not necessarily the fact that you were oh, there's a black guy, let's stop the black guy. I mean, you got in the States, no matter what country you could be in Italy, walking your ass around at 2 o'clock in the morning in Italy. Think about like, what this man got his ass out here for? Let's get his ass real quick.
It was more of the latter for sure. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I'm sure my skin played a different, because I certainly don't look like a Bogota person.
Right, of course.
You know, because there's not many black people here, although there's communities around. You know what I mean? So if I kept my mouth closed and dressed a certain way, like right now I'm growing my hair so I can dread it out and I can look like these dudes around here. You know what I'm saying? That's part of blending in and mixing in for me. You know what I mean? But you know, it was more the fact that I was out at damn 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Walking down. Got your ass out there 2 o'clock in the morning wandering around. I'd have stopped you, and I ain't even a police officer. Hey, you got your ass out here, folks. Get your.
I was coming from a little bar, drinking on my little costinas. You know what I'm saying? Hanging with the dude over there and lost track of time because I never really hang out that late. Me personally, I have no reason to be out that late like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, unless I'm really at a club out there in Zona T, you know, and I'm hanging out over there, you might catch me out that late. I stayed out to 7 in the morning twice over the course of a year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just ain't no reason to do that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can go hang out leave your house at 9:30, 10 o'clock, hang out till 12:30, and then get your ass back in the house. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'd rock. And, you know, because I don't go and do what the other travelers. I live here, so I'm not doing that shit.
Right.
So, you know,
correct.
I don't have to be hanging out like that. You know what I'm saying? That late like that.
We're going to go through all the super chats that want to come back to the other statements. Let's hit the first super chat. Blade G, we appreciate you. My lease expires at the end of May, and I am buying a one-way ticket to Colombia. Woo-hoo! That sounds like me. That's how I did it. And literally, that's how my lease was up too. And I'm a frequent traveler, single, good Spanish for daily convo, but want to hear debate on the first city to live in with Wi-Fi.
Bogota. I haven't had one problem with the internet here. Not one.
I am finally having decent after 4 years of living in Cali. I am in our apartment having decent Wi-Fi. Most of Cali, for the most part, has excellent Wi-Fi. But as far as my apartment building, this is the first go around, and I'm talking about this month. So I can't say what Los can say, but also Medellin is considered.
Medellin and Bogota are the two technical cities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for Wi-Fi.
If you're a digital nomad, these are the two cities that you choose.
Correct.
Bogota and Medellin. There's no comparison for the other cities. If Bogota actually has the fiber lines in the ground. And if you're a tech person, then you know fiber is the top of the line. It's the best. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, ETB is the company that you want to deal with if you can get you an account. ETB, that's the best internet in the country of Colombia.
All right, Chris. Thank you, brother, for that question as well as the super chat. We got Chris with the 1999. I was dreaming when I wrote this. All right, there we go. 1999 super chat, just showing support. Love the content. All right, Chris, man, I appreciate you. If you got any questions or anything comes up, let us know what your question
Please
is,
drop it
man.
in the chat, please.
Please, yes, brother. All right. Maurice is in the building with the
Oh, they
Prince,
just showing you love tonight.
1999. Hey man, listen, these are some good dudes, man. I still got to send this dude his video too, man. I definitely, because we did a consultation. I still want to make sure that he gets his video as well as other information that I want to send. Yeah, I got some stuff to send you. Shout out, thank you, brother. Maurice in the building. Let's scroll down because I think I saw one more.
Oh, look at
Hey, I need Gail. Gail, get this dude, put him in timeout. We got Richie Mack Zoom to Thailand in the building. All right, shout out to Andre and Andrea. Love crossing borders. This is my dude right here. If y'all ain't signed up, if y'all haven't been following Zoom to Thailand and his interviews with some of the most famous people and how he has experienced Thailand himself, the relationship that he has with his beautiful woman there, how he's been enjoying the time there, and how you can actually live in Thailand and or the Philippines. You guys are doing yourself a disservice. You definitely need to zoom to his channel and subscribe, especially his editing. And then he got the ladies for you throwing it back. I'm telling you, the dude is doing big things on his channel, man. So I'm so proud of Rich, man, and he is moving fast. I'll be that guy that he'll be like, I'll be like, I used to know Rich, when he got to 300,000 subscribers. I used to know him back in the day. But yeah, man, that's my brother. That's another thing. Rich is like he's like Ace Live to me. He's a good brother, good dude. And he's 12 hours ahead of us. So right now it's 11 plus here, 11:43 p.m. here. It's 11:43 a.m. where he is. So shout out to Richie Mack in the building. That's my dude. Let me
shout
head
out.
back. Oh yeah. So let's head back up here to see what other individuals had to say. Gail, Living Zone T, Andre, you guys are speaking some real shit. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is a statement. You got to make it back to Chicago, Chi-Town. No, I don't, Miles. No, Miles. No, Miles. I love the Chi-Town. Hey, they got a Chicago style pizza spot that I walked past the other. I was like, they got Chicago style pizza in Cali. You better believe I'm about to head there next week. Get my Chi-Town on. But other than that, he said it's easily the best out of three. Easy the best out of three. I love Chi-Town. I love going to concerts. What I miss about Chi-Town is going to the concerts during the week where you can see a $60 concert or a $25 concert in his Ear Bonet, and then on Wednesday, and then on Thursday evening, you like seeing some of the best before you like Alicia Keys for $30 type of concert, a small venue. So that's what I missed about Chi-Town. Also, you got Taste of Chicago, so with some of the best foods. And one of my favorite concerts that I ever been to was the Ladies First concert in Chicago, which was Beyonce was on the Crazy in Love tour. Missy Elliott was on her first album. Tamara was on her first album, her fine ass. Talk about I Officially Missing You. And Alicia Keys was on her first album. And that's what Missy Elliott came out with, the strippers on the dance floor, and Beyonce came from the back of the concert like Queen of Egypt. That was the first tour that all these ladies went on, that they were solo acts, and it was just so great to see that concert in the Chi-Town. So that's one of my favorite concerts. I was in the 10th row. I was ready to throw my drawers on stage. Beyonce, kiss these damn Jay-Z. You build one hove, build another hove. Come on. So yeah, Andre, for real, Andre Los, you guys are speaking some real. Okay, we did that one. All right, shout out to Jerman. I hope I pronounced that
Yes,
correctly.
German.
All right, let's see. We did Miles. We did Blade's original. Let's see. Okay, 1%. That's my first thought, but I still want to hear a debate on the different ideas to make, from different ideas to make sure that I don't overlook something that's
Debate about
obvious.
what, Blade? Which debate? You
Yeah,
talking
let
about
it.
between the cities?
Yeah, let us know what you're talking about. If you have another question, Blake, or to emphasize on what you just said, depending on what you're looking for, Blake. Okay, some guys
Are
answering
they
that for
talking
him.
back and forth to each other?
Okay, cool. That's cool. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down. Let's see what homie has to say. Can you please get a Prince
Price range.
range
Yeah.
for one or two bedrooms apartment in USD or a price range? Let's
Yeah,
see.
okay. So he talking about for Cartagena and Bogota price
Yeah.
range for the apartments. Okay,
And then I'll
so
give him to Cali after you get done.
no doubt. So for Cartagena, um, I take care of. Like I said, I got a family there. So the apartment in the part of the city where they are, 750,000 pesos. That's roughly about 250, 225, $250. Okay, for that, or actually a little bit more, maybe 270. You know what I'm saying, for that apartment. And down on the beach side, you're gonna be looking at more like 1,200, 1,300 a month. You know what I'm saying? Which is gonna be a plus situation for you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have security, you have a parking space, you're gonna have air conditioning, it's gonna be a nice spacious area for you, 2-3 bedrooms, $1,100-$1,200 a month. You know what I'm saying? Down there on the beach side in Cartagena.
Now is this furnished or is this unfurnished?
1,100-1,200 is most likely unfurnished. It may have something in it, but most likely it's unfurnished. If you're looking at something furnished, you're talking more like $1,500-$1,600 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm adding in the inflation. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm accounting for that. So that in Cartagena, that's what you're looking at. So rough for people coming from the United States. I'm not, unless you got a girl that's family that's in Cartagena that allows you to live on the other side of the tracks. I'm not talking to you in those terms because you're not gonna want to live like that. Just plain and simple. You're not gonna want to live like that. I adjusted. You know what I'm saying? I was in a situation where I had to live like that. And because I had to live like that, now I know how to live like that. Oh, it ain't all that bad. But most of you coming like that, you're not gonna want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna want to take a cold shower in Cartagena. It's just not. It took me a month and a half to get used to that. You know what I'm saying? But it's hot as hell in Cartagena too at the same
So you
time.
need
So
the cold
sometimes you
showers,
don't mind taking a cool shower, So and then dealing with the electric, water, and the internet all off on any given day, or all of them off at one day, all day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ready for that. So
then the flood season, like we were
the
talking
flood
about
season,
before,
you know what
and
I'm
it
saying?
is flood.
Yeah, the constant, you see the prostitutes the pros up and down the street all day. Then you got the people out there trying to sell you something all day. You know what I'm saying? Then you got overinflated prices in Caruja and Aura and all the other little tiendas that's down there in those areas. You know what I mean? You don't have access to the open market shops where you can go get the fruits and the vegetables for 2,000, 3,000 pesos because you got to get it out of Caruja, out of the store, and it's going to be inflated there on the prices. If you like avocados like I do now, you know what I'm saying? Where I can go on the street and get me a fresh avocado to eat right now for 2,000 pesos. If I go in the store and get it in Cartagena, it's going to be 5,000 pesos. That's an inflation. People look at, that's a big deal for Colombians here, from going from 2,000 pesos to 5,000 pesos for an avocado. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
That is.
So
that,
you know what
that
I mean?
Andre talks like that.
Yeah.
He talks, and even though we got the money beyond the money, she still talks like that.
Because she's
like,
a Colombian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My lady in Cartagena, that's what she owns. She constantly helps say, no, it's too much. No. You know what I'm saying? She always goes shopping for the lowest price, especially when it comes to food. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because those prices are inflated in Cartagena. So those are the give and takes for the apartments and the living arrangements in that city. Bogota is going to come down to the strata you living in. It's so many options here. Like, the people got to compete for the business. It's so many open apartments around. It's crazy in Bogota. But if people who own them, they want to make money off of it. They don't want to just let it sit. So most of the times you can go in and crack a deal with people. You know what I'm saying? So where I was in the Strata 5 in Chapinero, which is a trendy area, you know what I'm saying? If you like living the alternative lifestyle or you don't mind being around all that type of stuff, then Chapinero is going to be a good area for you to be in. It's close to everything. Everything's in walking distance. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's literally damn near in the middle of everything. They say Central is the middle of the city, but in my opinion, for Bogota, Chapinero is the center. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For everything. But the prices I was paying 1.7 million pesos a month over average, because I paid, when I first got here, I paid everything up for an entire year or 11 months. I gave them 11 months worth of rent right up front, so I didn't have to worry about going month to month how I'm gonna pay rent here. That's a traveler's key for you right there. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be here for an extended period of time, pay for everything up front, all of it. You know what I'm saying? So that way you don't have that stress of worrying about how I'm gonna pay this from month to month. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, a traveler's tip, I mean. But anyway,
right.
So on average, when I did that at the time I paid it, that was roughly about $525 a month. 1.7 equated to about $525 a month when I paid her, the landlord. You know,
right.
And what I did was I went on Airbnb and I found out how to get in contact with her off of Airbnb and made the negotiations that way. So you got to be a little savvy in how you're trying to do it, because Airbnb, it would have been higher price. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, she had the apartment listed at a higher price on there. And I told her, I said, look, if I gave you everything up front for the entire year, what can you take off? And she gave me the price and I jumped all over it. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that in America, shit, I'm gonna take $5,000 and I'm gonna live somewhere for a whole year and ain't got to worry about rent, lights, water, electricity, internet, none of that. I ain't got to worry about gas, none of that for an entire year for $5,000. Oh, I'm all over that right there, because that's $5,000. That's what, maybe 5-6 months in the States, if not that. Because some places, what, $1,200 a month for a studio. You know what I'm saying? No,
that's true.
I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a patio. You know what I'm saying? I had all of that. Living fat. And the other reason why I moved from over there, because, you know, when you meet people and you tell them where you live at, they automatically put you in the price bracket. So I was running into a lot of females when I was talking to females. They thought I don't let my right hand know what my left hand got. So for you females, but you ain't finna know how much money in my bank account. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you that shit for what? You know what I'm saying? You got to like me for me. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I would just, you know, I live in Chapinero, and then their eyes would get big. Oh, and then they want to do this, or they want to go that, or can you buy it, or can you, something happened over here, or I need that, man. Go on with all that. And but my psyche, I started figuring out, oh, they doing this because of where I live at. They know what it take to live over here. They just don't know what I did to live over here. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that through experience. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm saying this to you guys is because you can live comfortable in Bogota right now. I'm comfortable, and my whole monthly expenses is $250. I'm talking about to live, rent, water, lights, gas, internet. $250. That's you guys' car insurance in the United States.
Yeah.
And I'm in a Strata 3 with the regular Colombians, and I got 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. All I have to do is furnish it. For $250 a month, that means that I can pay basically $3,000 for the year, and I'm good. I don't have to worry about no living. All I got to do is just feed myself and entertain myself and make in solid investments in crypto. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to do. You see? And you know, and keep an emergency fund like we stated earlier. So Bogota versus Cartagena, USD, Bogota, you can get relocating here for the first time or just living in the United States for the first time. You want to be comfortable. Strata 5 and higher, because you have to get your feet under you. When you figure out how you really want to live, then that's when you explore everything else.
Right. Absolutely correct.
Everybody's not going to do what I did. Matter of fact, I know you're not going to do what I did.
I ain't.
Andre questioned some of the shit I do.
Yes, I did. And I ain't doing it.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get you wrong. Andre called me on several occasions. Carlos, what the fuck? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going over there?
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Like real conversations. You keep it real. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Carlos, why you really want to do that? Like, what's the reason why you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, help me to understand. But you got to understand that, well, he was helping me, but then on the flip side of that, he didn't fully understand how I all grew up and what I was and what I had to deal with and people that, you know what I'm saying? But that same advice that he had, hell, it was fucking golden because it helped me to be able to survive here. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like for real, why the hell am I going over there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I ain't doing nothing but upping the opportunity for somebody to do something to me, man. Like, I don't need to go over there. I could still be me, but you know, be safe.
The main got a question for you. I hope I'm talking. Hey, the main, we need somebody that could come on and talk about Medellin anyway. So if you're available, I'm going to put the link for the invitation.
Yeah, I guess he would know. And cuz ain't hit me back. So you know what I mean. I don't know what he off up into.
I know, right?
In the city of in these types of cities, man, you can just get lost. You know, it's like that. I think that's why a lot of people like Colombia.
I'm going to put the invite in the chat, the main. But I think the main was asking, are there any units left in that building?
In my building, no. I was the last person to fill all the units in my particular building. Yes, you know what I'm saying. So all the buildings where I'm actually located is full. And he got a shell. He owned the building, right? He got it's 4 floors. On the top floor is the big unit, and a lady live up there. Then across, I'm on the third unit. It's third floor is 2 units on this floor. And you know, they was already in there before I moved in mine. And then on the second level, it's a whole damn barbershop school. I can go down there and get my hair cut for free every week if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the owner of this building doing it, man. He got a whole business down there, and I'm pretty sure the government subsidizing that for the Colombian people to go in there and learn how to, you know what I'm saying, cut hair, because it's a school of barberia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, damn, that's how you maximize your damn money here in Colombia. Get you a whole damn building. You have 4. You got 3 units rented out and a damn school, a haircut school. How you can't get no better than that? You know
no, you can't.
Shoot, man. But the main man, it's countless buildings. Well, at least in the neighborhood I'm in now, man. I haven't seen so many vacant for sale, for rent signs. Man, you know what I mean? And I just like the fact that I'm around regular Colombians. Like, I'm around families, working class people that get up, go to school in the morning, go to work, walk their kids to school. I'm around that type of life. Oh, there you go.
All right, we got the main in the building, Mr. Hey, this is the man that introduced me to Cali with his interview on Ace. That's how one of the first ways I got introduced to Cali, outside of seeing some interviews with the Latin group Grupo Nietzsche, which is from Cali, Colombia. I came across their interview in the early 2000s, and then I came across when Ace Live was interviewing this one brother from the States, and this brother said that he was paying a certain like $200 something a month to live in Cali, and I was like, what? I'm like, my mind could not. And it's kind of funny because I'm looking at the audience in the chat line, and most of the minds can't wrap around the fact of what Los is saying. I was the same way when you said that. My mind couldn't grasp the concept. I was like, did this brother just say $270 something a month that he paying for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom? But now that I live here, and I'm living in a really nice, and Ace was like, well, you must live in a bad area. And you was like, nah, I live in a really nice area. I remember this. You was like, I got a bedroom, bathroom over here. I got a bedroom, bathroom over there. And my mind is still going like, what the hell? My brain could not get. It's kind of funny how much we pay in the States. That when somebody in another country says their price of living, your brain cannot equate to how the hell somebody, it's got to be poor. It's got to be run down. It's got to be horrible.
You got to be roach infested.
It's got to be bug and roach infested. And now that I live here and I'm living for like $360 to $425 a month for everything, you're like, okay, think what you want to think, but the man was right. Now, when it comes to, and shout out to Domain, I'm glad that you're here, man. Those
Thank
of
you
you
for
that have
having
not
me.
had a chance to subscribe to Domain's channel, Let's Learn Spanish TV, where you guys will learn Spanish. This guy is an excellent teacher. I'm still gleaming off the things that he's shown me that I need to get started back with because I'm an embarrassing student. I was out with dude. I was with Andrea, and we were celebrating her brother's birthday yesterday, right? And the
Right.
whole family was there. And everybody was like, "Hey, Andrea, how's your Spanish coming?" And everybody looked at me, and they're like, and this was the response: "Andrea, it's been 4 years. It's year one, okay, we can ride with you. Year two is cute, brother. What are you doing? What are you doing now? We need to talk. We got too many conversations. We got too much gossip in the family that we want to share, and we need to know from you. And you don't know enough Spanish to gossip with us, so you need to work on that." They don't even look at Andrea anymore. It used to be like, "Andrea, aren't you teaching?" Now they look directly at me like, "What are you doing?" Grandma, aunts, cousins. So I got to get on top of it because yeah, everybody on my little broken Spanish is not kicking it, is not working anymore. So yeah.
Gotta get it in, man. Gotta get it in.
Yeah, man.
Jamon still blow about these prices. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game, man. You got 3 brothers up here,
No,
2
no,
that they
no,
told you, and
no.
another one about to validate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
live in a really nice
Bruh,
area, and it's
it's
only
like
like I
that.
said, we pay 360 to 420. And this the cool part, based on the rate of inflation of the dollar, the value of the dollar, that can impact your rent. So sometimes our rent is like we've had rent during COVID. It took our rent because of the dollar was so strong all the way down to like 320, 300,
Mm-hmm.
280 for our rent based off the value of the dollar was so high and the Colombian peso went down.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But talking
I love
about
when the
cost of
currency
living,
does that.
tell us about the cost of living in Medellin based off of your experience, Domain.
Woo. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off with where I'm at right now. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. It's too big for me. I shouldn't have got it. I was being greedy. I was expecting some family to come down with me, but
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Yes, it has hot water. Yes, I have everything, internet, everything, and I pay 500 a month.
Not bad.
That's for three
Not bad.
bedroom, 2-bath. Now, if I had something like a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or 2-bedroom, 2-bath, it would probably go down to like maybe anywhere from you see 350 up to 500, depending the area you live in. I live in, if anybody is familiar with Medellin, I live in Laureles. It's
Oh yeah, I
right
love
off of
Morales.
Nutibara and on the other side of Nutibara and Avenida San Juan. So it's not the hood, it's not the ghetto. It's I think it's like
Yeah,
4 stratus, 3 or 4.
yeah.
So you got security and a parking space too.
Yeah, I got a parking space, but I don't drive, so it's not
Yeah,
being
but
used.
when you paying that type of price, you get that. That's what I mean.
$500
Yeah.
get you a lot in Colombia.
Yes. That's everything included. That's included electric, gas, water, and my internets. And my internet speed, well, I teach online, so I need fast internet speed.
All
So
right.
my internet speed is good. It's I can't even remember. I usually do a speed test just to show off to people, but I stopped doing
Yeah,
that. They don't believe
it's
me.
100 over 100 most likely. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
100 down,
Yeah.
100 down, maybe 75 up. Man, matter of fact, in my experience, the upload speeds be higher than the download speeds. You know,
Some
Yeah,
places,
man,
yeah.
you can't go wrong with internet in Medellin or
That's how it
Bogota.
is here. My uploads is faster than my downloads.
And that's
Yeah,
the important thing if you're doing like online teaching or video uploads. You want the upload to be super fast, anywhere from at least around 20 on up. So if you're doing upload speeds of 20 on up, 20 megabytes per second on up, you're good.
no
Mm-hmm.
doubt. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, I
Our
saw
had a
that last
question.
comment right there.
Go ahead.
I think he was referencing one of the videos on my channel where
Correct.
that apartment what I was showing on my channel, that was Chapinero Central, that area right there. And I had basically what happened with that apartment is I had all this is another thing that you guys probably need to know and understand too, you know what I mean? Because you can run into some issues when trying to get apartment. Like one of the things the main mention was hot water. Not all these apartments come with hot water, man. So you need to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that that's a
Make
part
sure,
of the
yeah.
package. You know what I mean? But anyway, that apartment that you talking about, Mr. Perry, on my channel is I was in Chapman Yarrow Central and I was doing it and I wanted it. You know what I mean? I would have had to furnish that one too. That had 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, had what I could open up the big old window, look outside. I was up on the 5th, 6th floor or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was high up enough to see a lot of the city. Then on the top of the roof, it had, I probably would have been out there the most, you know what I'm saying? But what ended up happening is I was able to produce all the documents for pay. I was able to produce all the documents for, contracts of, I had a co-signer now with the previous apartment that I was in, all of that stuff. But I needed an actual co-signer here in Colombia.
Yeah.
I needed a co-signer, like somebody who, in the event, and I'm saying it in American terms, in the event that I can't make the payment on the apartment, although that wouldn't have been the case for me because I'd have gave money all up front. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure that they have insurance that somebody is going to be able to make that a monthly rent payment in case something happened to you and you can't make the payment and the contract already signed and you 5-6 months into the contract. So they require that with most of the apartment, if not all the apartment. Well, no,
it's like that here in Cali.
It's here in Colombia. They require that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got somebody who could have potentially done that, but they're in Cartagena. So it didn't work out for me. So that was the only thing that I couldn't produce, and I had to go outside of that. But because I like mingle around in the city and making friends with people, I made friends with somebody that lives in the north part of Bogota. It's an area called Usacan. It's like old money. You know what I'm saying? It's old Bogota. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there's a guy, his family, his daddy is a doctor, you know what I'm saying, a prominent doctor at some hospital around here or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, he got a little bit of pull and clout and can get access to certain things that many Colombians can't get access to. Well, this is the same guy who owns the building that I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? He's 40 years old, so he's a couple years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So, because I made that friendship with him, and this was just off of just going to his house, kicking it with him, and stuff like that, talking to him, letting him know who I am or whatever. And when I needed a favor, he was there to be able to provide the favor. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up in the apartment I'm in, and it all worked out. Oh yeah, and another thing that y'all guys need to know, the audience, if you come down here and you want to rent an apartment and you find a way to get it done, give them the money now. Don't wait. Give them the money now, because if you tell them, okay, in 2 weeks in 2 weeks you arrive, that apartment ain't gonna be available.
Preach, Pastor.
It's not gonna be available.
Pastor, preach.
I had 2 outside of the one that you saw on my channel. I had 2 other apartments, one in Tusaquillo, a great area in Bogota. That's the area that I really wanted to live in. You know what I'm saying? But when I came back from the United States, I called a lady. Oh, sorry, the apartment's been rented. What? Yep. I told you when I was coming back and I got the money. What you mean? Sorry, I hope you find what you're looking for. That's what I got from her. Then the other backup that I had, I called her, which was around the corner at the time from where I was living at. And I liked the apartment, but I didn't want to be in that area no more. You know what I'm saying? But it was economical, and it was a small move. Call her. Yeah, that apartment's been rented. What? So both of the backup apartments that I had, they both rented them out. And what I had to sit back and figure out was, I told him everything. I told him what I was going to do, but I didn't come with the money. And that's how that happened.
Hey, Los, you want to give a plug for your channel?
Learn Crypto TV. Learn Crypto TV. That's where you can find me at. Probably tomorrow I have a fresh new episode coming out with me walking around in the barrios of Cartagena and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you can see not the wall city and stuff. It's only going to be about maybe 17 minutes long. I ain't going to have your attention that long. But
it's kind of funny that you would say that about your experience of you better get it when you can, because it was the same thing with this apartment. I want to move down here in April. The apartment came available in January, and the lady straight told me and Andre, if you don't get it now, it's gonna be gone. And we knew it would be gone, and so we went on ahead and got it in January, even though I knew I wasn't coming down for another 2 or 3 months. I went on ahead and paid for an apartment that I knew I was not going to be here. And Andre was here. Andre went on ahead because we had already went on ahead and decided to go ahead and purchase the furniture right after we got it. So the furniture was coming. Andre decided to go ahead and be here and get everything in order. and I will be coming down in April. But you're correct. If you get a place or in an area that you want to be in and it's official, give them the money then and there, because you're right. That
Yep.
apartment will be
I'm sure
gone.
Jermaine had that same experience. You know, he's been here long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to jump on that right away. Jump on that right away. And another thing I want to mention was the price I'm paying is for a furnished apartment. So if I get something
Wow.
unfurnished, it's going to be a lot less.
Wow. You right, because a furnished apartment is like you like 300, 350 for a furnished apartment. That's 500 with 3 bedrooms. It would be like 350,
Well, that's what I'm telling you. 250. That's
Yeah.
me. I'm in that current situation. I
Wow.
slashed my rent in half.
Yeah.
And all I got to do is furnish it. And what most people don't know is some of the dwellings are not built large. They're not big like what's in America. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to get the big ass pieces of furniture. You know what I'm saying? Like in my master bedroom right now, I have to get it. I can't get anything bigger than the queen size. I need a king bed because I'm a king. But
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I can't get anything bigger than the queen because it won't fit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, those types of situations you have to modify. I had to have an electrician come in here and add hot water because I didn't have hot water in here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to buy a washer and dryer. Like when I get up in the morning, I'm going to go down to Central and go find me a washer and dryer together. You know what I'm saying? For that. So, I basically priced everything that I need to have, that I need for me to be in my apartment for comfortable. Man, I'm not going to spend no more than 3 million pesos. 3.5 million pesos. That's for a sofa, a sofa bed like the futon, because I'm going to get one of them for the other room, because I got an air mattress I could throw in there. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wanted to come in here and crash and don't want to pay for a hotel, you know what I'm saying? Right?
Yep.
You know, I got to get a refrigerator. I found that easy. You know what I'm saying? The wash and dryer, that's going to be 600,000 pesos. Man, so you can put it together. So I'm like, okay, so if I spend 3.5 million, you know what I'm saying, just for this one time, and then I got everything in here that I need. And then for the rest of the year, I mean, you know, it's roughly 900,000 pesos for month to month for me, which is equivalent to $235, $250, depending on where the dollar at. What? You know what I'm saying? And then I can make another year, which I'm probably gonna do a year contract extension over here just to save me more money. And I got a damn network technician job that I can work out of the country with. That's got me above 30K for the year, because you don't need to make 50K to live here. You don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You like, I've had guys say, you know, Andre, can I live good with 4,000, 5,000 a month? I'm like,
that's
dude,
too much.
If you got 5,000 a month, you spend in Colombia, you spending too much. You can't even spend that tricking.
No,
you can't even trick that much. You spending if you're spending more than 3,000 a month in Colombia and you don't own the property, you just renting, you spending too damn much money. Go back to the States, because you ain't ready to live out the United States. That's too much money.
And I'm talking about with all of that shit, what he was just describing,
money.
all you need is about $2,000 a month.
Easy. And that's really more or less for two people. Like me and Andre, with all of our bills, with everything, we're between $1,200 and $1,500 a month. I'm talking about the rent, insurance, the food, the hanging out with you guys if you come to town, all that, the drinking, the going to movies, date nights, all that is included. We may give each other when you know we give each, for the business, it's a salary that will separate. Like, here's a part of your salary, part of my salary. But you're right. At the end of the day, including salary and investments, we may land between, in all sincerity, maybe 2,000 to maybe 2,300 a month, because we always say that the rest of the monies are going to go towards savings and investments. So it may be, let's say we made this month, we walk away with 7,000. We're spending on salary, including our salary, we're going to spend 1,700. Let's be for real. That's how we are. The rest of it now is going towards investments. is going towards now when we do it, your man is done. Like next year, we want to buy a four unit apartment and actually have one that we live in and the other 3 that we rented out. You can do that because you don't have to pay US prices for a place. You can actually save. The problem with being in the States, you can't save for nothing.
At all.
You got to rob Peter to pay Paul. Man, I ain't no. That's
I'm
the
done
one
living
thing
like
about
that.
the United States I don't miss. I love the United States, but that
how many alligator shoes and Balmain shirts you got?
man, I ain't got one. Thank you,
I don't
man.
have none. Don't
Right,
need it.
thank
Don't
you.
need
Don't need
it.
that.
What's the point?
And women still want you. Still, women still desire you. Women still want to be with you. And you ain't got no big. They don't know about no big black gators. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Popping bottles of Cristal. Really?
For what?
Ace of Spades.
When they popping bottles of Old Par and Aguardiente.
They Aguardiente. Thank you. Roomba in the Roomba. Thank you. So at the end of the day, you don't have to spend that money. So now you're saving. Like I said, even if you're not bringing in $7,000 a month. Let's say we had a bad month, and all we see, our tightest month that we've had in the last 3 or 4 years is when we brought in $2,500 that month. We still cover all our bills, we still covered salaries, and we still covered at least $400 to $500 of investments, and we still every month put to the side a certain amount of US dollars to the side to where our goal is to have 10 to 15,000 just in US dollars put to the side in a particular place where none of you motherfuckers gonna know about. But at the end of the day, we can do that, and Domain and Los can attest to that because we don't have such a high overhead when it comes to the cost of living. But in the States, there was no way in here. Dude, I was making $7,000-8,000 a month in the States, and I'm still looking at my money like, where is my my car paid off, place paid off, and I'm still looking at where is my money going?
In the gas tank right now. Shit.
In the gas tank. Thank you. Man, please, man, listen.
Man, you see how big our smiles is and shaking our head? We ain't got to deal with none of that shit.
None of that, dog. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That part of the United States, I love y'all, but I don't miss it. I don't miss paying them high ass bills that y'all pay.
I gave my car away last November.
What?
I gave it away last November.
Done with it.
I'm done with it. A friend of mine, I was like, yo, it's just sitting there, you can have it.
Yeah.
She was like, yo, why you being nice? Why you give me the car? What's wrong with it? I said, yo, I don't need it.
I ain't coming back, goddammit. it.
My uncle, my younger uncle that's right around a little older than Los, who came down here last summer. Los know Jeff. They real cool. Jeff just sold the car. He just sold the convertible. He just said, man, you know what? I'm moving down to Cali anywhere. I'm selling the car. That's going to be a part of my investments to put to the side and let this money flip as far as investments instead of just letting it flip sitting there in the parking lot. So he sold the car.
Listen, I'm still sitting on my Impala. I got a 2010 Impala that's collecting dust, and I got a 2002 Nissan Frontier. Collecting dust. You know what I'm saying? When I went back to the States, all my shit was flat. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here. It's in my brother's yard, and he drive trucks, so he barely at the house. And I'm like, man, damn, what I'm gonna do with these cars, man? You might have just gave me an idea, Domain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bless somebody.
Yeah,
bless somebody. Yeah, it's because you won't need them there. It's
not like I can't ship them here because it ain't brand new. That's another caveat for you gentlemen who thinking about moving or relocating. I'm talking specific to Colombia. If you come here and you really want to have a car and you want to ship your car here, your car has to be brand new. I'm talking about like 0 miles on it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot ship a used car here to Colombia. They will not allow you to do it. So if it's not a brand new vehicle, then you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to purchase a vehicle here if that's so be your will.
It's not hard to do. It's just the same steps to take it from me. It's the same steps that you would take in the States when it comes to purchasing a vehicle. The other thing is if you have things that of nostalgia, like this was my mom, my mom passed on and this was her furniture. Bruh, I know, but it's not worth bringing mom furniture. It's time to let that go. You may want to bring paintings, or you may want to bring And I'm not talking about the frame. I'm talking about just roll the paintings up or bring the pictures with you of family. Yes, bring that with you. But as far as like, I want to ship my or you know, I've had this furniture and I paid 8,000 for this particular couch. Guess what? You about to sell that couch
Sell
for
it.
like 1,500 and go and let that couch go, because if you come into Colombia, that couch might not even fit in your home.
Exactly. It
So
might not
you
even be
want
able to fit through the door.
Thank you. So you want to make sure that when you get furniture here in Colombia, that you getting furniture that can fit like our place. Like
Yes.
like I keep saying, Ace. Los said that he wants a king size bed, but his apartment only can hold a
Queen. As
queen.
big as a queen.
Well, fortunately for us, in this room that I'm in, it can only hold a queen size, so we turned it into a studio. But the room next door, the bedroom next door, we got a California king. So we're not squeezed in there. We got California kings with the desk on one side, her desk, and my desk on another side. The 8 foot tall closet doors and the whole thing. You know how Colombia is. I don't know what they do all this
No,
tall
yeah.
closet doors, but yeah, big closets. And so you don't want to make the mistake of bringing stuff down here that it may fit in one apartment complex, but it may not fit in the other one. So you just want to come down here, but just basically with
2 weeks worth
nothing.
of clothes, like you said earlier.
Yeah, and basically with your regular clothes, and then start looking for places. Somebody put in the post, how do you find an apartment? I'm going to
How?
tell I'm going to tell mine, then I want the main to tell his, and I want you to close that part out, Los, okay?
Cool.
In Cali, you can look online and find apartments here in Cali, but for the most part, you'll see in Cali, Colombia, they have the just a banner hanging over the window of an apartment. You'll be riding down the street, and you want, like when I first came to Colombia, I was wondering, what is that? You see phone numbers on the nice apartment buildings, and all of a sudden this phone number hanging out off the banister, and to be another apartment with a phone number hanging off the banister. And you're thinking like, okay, but that's the phone number to the people that want you to be interested in the apartment. So when you see that, use your cell phone, zoom in, take a photo, call the people, say, I want to see the apartment, and go from there. We would actually go see that apartment, and then before the lady would show up to show us the apartment, we would walk the neighborhood to look for other apartments that were available, because we like the neighborhood. So we like, okay, cool, that apartment is available, one around the corner is available, two down the street are available. So by the time we walk by and the lady that's supposed to show us the original apartment, we got 5 photos from our camera from seeing other apartments that are available. But like I said, you can also look online. But in Colombia, that's basically how they do. They just hang it out the window. Go ahead. I'm going to let the main go next, and then Los, you can close us out.
Okay, good. So, for a person coming from the States to Colombia, the first thing you're going to do is you ain't going to probably not be able to have boots on the ground. So, what you can do, you can look at a decent spot on Airbnb,
True.
get it for a week or two, and then when you meet the owner, listen, be like, hey, I want to extend this here. I don't want to go through Airbnb. What can we work out? While you're here, boots on the ground, you walk around, you'll see a sign, orange letter, yellow, and it say arriendo. Arriendo. That means leasing. Get that phone number, give them a call. Because if you make contact with the individual owner, you're going to be able to work out something sweeter than going through an agency or anything else. And then you have, let's see, I think, what's the name of this? It's also a website online, I forget the name of it, where you can go online, just like you can go online in the States and find apartments to look at. But yeah, that's how I first did it. I was on Airbnb, and then I met the owner, and then I have a few contacts with owners. And then since I was here for a long time, I told them, listen, we don't need to go for Airbnb. What's good? I got the cash. What you want to do? And if you're here, boots on the ground, like I said, walk around and you'll see the sign saying arriendo and call that number.
Correct. Correct. Also, Century 21, and what's the other one? The Century 21 in the States is another one that starts with an R, I think.
Remax.
Remax. They also do rental down in Colombia as well. So you can also look up Century 21 Colombia, and Medellin or Cartagena, Bogota, and they'll pull up apartments that are for rent as easily as you could pull up apartments that are for sale.
Nice. Man, listen. So what Domain just mentioned, that's what I did. I'm a hybrid. That's how I started when I first came here, because I know I wanted to be somewhere comfortable and to get acclimated to the environment, the culture and stuff. So I didn't want to have to deal with, some a place in a bad neighborhood, or what I'm saying, me having to deal with making monthly rent payments. So that's what I did. I reached out to this person on Airbnb, using that as a medium, and was able to talk her off for Airbnb, and that's how I started. But when I was here, more towards the end of the leasing period that I had paid for, I got out on foot. And if you check out my channel on Learn Crypto TV, I have about 4 episodes where I'm actually walking around Bogota, in different areas of Bogota, looking for apartments. You know what I'm saying? 4 different episodes.
Yep.
And what Domain just mentioned, those say at the end of signs, that's your best friend. And they all over the place in Bogota. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many buildings here, and a lot of these buildings are empty. So all you have to do is contact them. Part of the reason why I'm motivated to learn Spanish, because people are more prone to try to take advantage of you if you're not attempting to speak Spanish, or you don't have somebody with you who speaks the language. They're gonna take advantage of you. So where apartment like what I got now, where I'm paying $250 a month for everything, if I didn't have the relationship with the owner of this building, you know what I'm saying, he would have took advantage of me. Instead of me paying 900,000 pesos a month, he probably would have jacked the price up to 1.3 million. You see what I'm saying? It's just little stuff like that. But walking around in different areas, only after you feel safe to do that, in areas that you know that you can act. And listen, on a monthly basis, I make almost $3,000 on a monthly basis with the jobs I do, and that's not even counting the 2 startups that I work with. You know what I'm saying? Because that's future money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as far as money on coming in on a month-to-month basis, I'm right around 2,850 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I can afford to live in a strata 6 here. Because on a 2-week basis, I'm getting 5 million pesos on a 2-week time frame. So in a month, that's 10 million pesos. In a strata 6 here, I could pay 3.4 million and I'm good. I got everything.
Yeah.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? But why I don't want to pay that much? Because I got other things that I'm trying to do. But in order to be able to get to those deals, what I'm describing, for those of whom who would want to live that way, you use the Remax, you use the Century 21, and you walk around in those neighborhoods, because a lot of those people don't advertise the same way they do in America on Craigslist and all these other platforms that you can go find rent. Matter of fact, some of the best rental properties are not even on Airbnb. They're not even on there. You know what I'm saying? The Airbnb, in my experience, the Airbnb properties, those are the people who may be young, or they looking for that guaranteed money or whatever. But it's people here with properties, good properties, that are sit and wait on the right tenant because they don't want their property messed up, and they want to deal with the guaranteed money from like a person like me. I can guarantee you that I'm gonna pay this right now. I'm gonna give you everything right now. Like same thing what Domain just told you. I got the money. Let what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Some people in these different cities, they looking for that. So they'll wait and they'll be patient. So, but you have to be the person to be patient to go out and find it. But I'm only suggesting that you do that in these cities within Colombia when you feel comfortable enough to do it, or you have a resource like Andre or Domain or myself to help you point in the right direction.
Great point, man. Let's go to. We're going to come back to that question that I just had posted, but let's go to the super chat real quick of the $3.12. Thank you very much, brother. I'm a network tech. How would I find a job over 30K in Colombia? You will not find a job over 30K. You got to find something that's online that a company. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead, answer that one.
Yeah, you got to go ahead. Okay, all right.
You got it.
You got it. You got to have a U.S. based company or a foreign based company that allow you to work remotely. Colombia, they got jobs, but they ain't gonna pay you what you're expecting or what you want. As a matter of fact, my own thing I do, I make more than what these jobs are offering me as teaching. So right now, I'm not even trying to get a teaching job right now. I'm making money on my own. But the good thing about if you do get a job here, then you can stay long term with a visa. But most of the time, you're gonna have to get a job that's in the U.S. that allows you to work remote.
Right.
That is correct.
Right.
And I'm in
And
that
it's not.
current situation at the moment. You know what I'm saying? My job is US based. That's how
Mhm.
I'm making over 30K a year. And it allows me to be able to work international. So,
Good point.
with the currency conversion for me, that's when it comes, into play. But I do need a job that has a visa attached to it. I'm transitioning from the teaching visa that I had, but I'll be going to school because I need the visa. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and that's how I leverage that until they get this digital nomad visa correct. Because once they get that correct, then I'll be on that. Because now all I got to do is prove that I have this much money coming into my bank account and that I can get the Social Security insurance here and pay for that.
Yep.
And then I have my visa. And the best thing for me is the fact that I'm already in the system. So, you know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Correct.
So, yeah. So, Domain was absolutely correct. You need to have a job that allows you to work internationally, making the USD at the current moment in order to be able to make that kind of money here.
Correct. So, guys, be ready to look for online job opportunities. There is this is the era for it. When we first came here, there was no pandemic, and nobody was really taking online job opportunities seriously and
Mm-hmm.
offering them seriously. Now, you guys, man, you living in the era where online job opportunities and remote work is like the it thing. So, if you can't find an online job right now, it's because you weren't looking for it. And I'm talking about
Right.
some online jobs that are paying good. You guys
Good
have
money too.
opportunity. Yeah. This is the era of that's opening up doors to online job opportunities. I kid you not. It is crazy how many videos that I've done over the last few months that talk about how the US is evolving to an online opportunity country. I excuse me, my boy TA, who ex-military, lives right down the block. Just left him at the bar. Somebody got the bike going on.
Oh my bad,
Down the
my
street
bad.
with a couple that just moved down here, and TA works online. He's got a US job. He works online, making his money. When he's done, he hangs out and just have his fun like everybody else. But he works his hours just like Los, just like the main, just like myself. We do what we need to do, and the opportunities will show forth themselves. And like I always say, if you guys have not emailed me yet to get the 300 job list that I have of 300 companies that hire online from around the world, I've got that list absolutely free. All you have to do is email me. I'm going to put my email address in the chat right now for you guys to reach out, because that's what I did. I took advantage of, just like Lowe's, just like the main. I took advantage of online job opportunities until I built, what we do today. But definitely, guys, take advantage of online job opportunities. But don't think that you're going to come to Colombia
And
and
find that job that's gonna get you where you trying
no,
to
no.
live how you and I. It ain't
30,000.
gonna
I'm
happen.
talking about 30,000 is what senators make.
Yeah,
Come
for
on,
real.
man. Come on, you no, realize the average Colombian only making $450 a month.
That's
Less
real.
than that. Less than that.
Yeah,
You
in
see,
a lot of
more like
cases less than that.
250. You see what I'm saying? So the average house, let's put it like this: the average household. So individuals got to realize when they say 30,000, and so for example, Miles, that's why we kept saying you don't need that much.
No.
30,000, you don't need that much let me put it like this, and also Los and Domain can attest to this. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't need that much to at least initially move out of the United States. We've been programmed in the United States to think, well, if I got, as long as I got 300,000 in my account, I'm gonna be good. While you sitting back trying to make that 300,000 for the next 10 years, me and Domain and Los are living the dream and have probably flipped your 200,000 at least 3 times with the goals and the dreams that we created since we've been here. That's what my point is. You don't need 30,000 to start your journey of being an expat. You really don't.
Nah, I
With
didn't,
30,
man.
that's way
I
too
came
much
to
money.
Colombia. I sold my house. Well, my ex-wife and I, we sold a house. I
Mm-hmm.
had about
Shout out, Mike.
maybe 50. I had about maybe 50K when I came here. You know what I'm saying? And
Thanks,
and
brother.
through
Gail.
various means, the money, you're gonna use the money, but you know what I'm saying, you live and you learn. I didn't get down to no damn zero where I couldn't damn function. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I
right.
definitely didn't do that. But you spend the money. But after you go through that experience, then you realize, well, dang, I didn't even have to spend all that money like that. I was just throwing money away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. This wasn't necessary. So now when it put me in a situation to where I had to, budget for real, like I was back in the United States, then that even further helped me to understand that, well, damn, all I really need is this much money per month to live how I want to live. Well, hell, all it takes, shoot, I got a master's degree, a bachelor's degree. I got fucking 20 years worth of work experience. You know what I'm saying? I got I got certifications in computer. I'm a technician, so I can work down. I can set myself to work anywhere, because you know what I'm saying, in the world. You know what I mean? Because in technician, if you're in tech and you got certifications, you probably, outside of doing what Andre and Domain do as self-entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying, and know how to manage business, you probably in the best situation of any expat or person that's traveling, trying to live abroad, man. Tech people, because tech is everywhere.
The coding
Everywhere.
dudes, the SEO dudes, the Google, even if you just got all your Google certifications and you all of a sudden just put that on your resume, man, listen, and all Google certifications are absolutely free.
It's free.
Free. But a lot of,
99.
well, I'm not a computer dude. Okay, keep your little ass in the United States then, since you ain't willing to learn something new.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little something about me. I don't go into this much. I got in trouble back in the United States, you know what I'm saying? And I had to change careers. And when I got down to the point to where I had to change careers, I picked 3 different choices that was going to, where I said, well, this ain't going nowhere. Taxes was one, and I ended up doing taxes for 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned that,
Small business and personal. You know what I mean? So I did that for 6 years and made it and built a solid foundation there with that. Then it was tech. Get in the tech field and learn how to do that, since I was already, technically inclined anyway. And then the third option was being a mortician. You know what I'm saying? Because that's definitely ain't going nowhere. So I chose the tech route, obviously. So, and I was like, well, damn. Well, how I'm gonna get this certification? I'm gonna get that. I leveraged the situation because when I was down, when I had to change careers, like when I got in trouble, like I had a felony on my background. So when I got in trouble, I said, okay, I'm gonna leverage the government to get these free ass certifications. You know what I'm saying? So I went and signed up for food stamps, because people got the shit backwards. They think that shit is there for you to live off of. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, for a time period. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I took advantage of the SNAP. So now that I'm on SNAP for 6 months, 8 months, or whatever they gave me, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm eligible to go and sign up for this class right here for free, and they're gonna pay for it. Oh, okay. So I found the best computer schools in Tampa, and I buckled down, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I took advantage of those opportunities. I took a class for the A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus. Right now on my resume, I'm Security Plus certified. That has allowed me to get into interviews. Just that certification alone, I done had 9 interviews since I've been here. I done accepted 4 different jobs since I've been here. I quit 3 of them, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Because, for whatever reason, I won't go into. But the point is that it gave me the opportunity to be able to say, I'm only looking for remote jobs. I ain't considering nothing that's remote, that's not remote and don't allow me to work international.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All that I did in the past set me up to be able to live how I want to live now. The game I'm giving you is take advantage of the opportunities that you have in front of you to be able to live comfortably how you want to live, if you so desire to live outside the country. You just have to take advantage of those. You have to have a plan in place. All 3 of us sitting up here on this panel had a plan before we left the United States of America.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely gotta have a plan.
Yeah. We're going to be shutting this down in about 3 minutes, because I want to not do too many hours, but let's give it another 10 minutes. Miles said that We're gonna come back to you, Ernest, in your super chat in a second. Miles says now they're all trying to move to Colombia. I'm gonna say something, Miles. Eh, I I have more. I want the main to respond to this. I have more trust in people that I see that are seriously trying to relocate to Colombia than the trust I have for those that come to just visit Colombia. Because you visitors, you mess things up. You tear things up and you go back home. You try to treat Colombia and South America, Brazil, all other areas like it's a rental car, and then you go back home. But I have more belief and trust and support for those that are trying to relocate and build a new life than for those that are just coming down here, tearing up some stuff and then going back home. What do you have to say about that, Domain, that statement that I just made?
I have to agree with you 100%. Most of the time, a lot of people come down and they're like, "Hey, I'm here. Let's do this. Let's do that." I'm like, "Wait, I live here. I can't be.
Right,
I can't be going out 7 days a week. I gotta get up and earn a living. I
right.
don't. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't go to a job, and so therefore, entrepreneur means you have to hustle.
Yes,
I
you
mean, don't
do.
get it wrong. Selling drugs on the corner is not hustling. Drugs sell themselves. You're
Right,
an entrepreneur. You got to find clients. You got to build a client base, and you got to give them a reputable product by word of mouth that they'll find you clients. So it's okay if I got some time off, but don't expect me if you're here for 2 weeks. I'm gonna be going out every weekend with you, chasing mangoes as they say around, and just throwing my money away, making it rain. I don't do that. I live here, so I have a whole different mentality. I have a whole different way of looking at things. Like the other day, well, not the other day, earlier today, guy, we went out to lunch and it was 20,000. How much is 20,000 pesos?
right.
That's
$7,
what,
$8.
yeah, $7, $8. I'm like, yo, I gotta think about this for a second now. Now they're like, hey man, it's only $7, $8. What are you talking about? I said, yeah, I can get it for half of that. So I need to be conscious of how I'm living. I can't just be okay throwing money. I don't do that.
Absolutely correct. Because we don't do that in the States with our money. We try not to just throw it away. And then
Right,
when you go to come to another country and you could do that, but you don't want to do things that you don't necessarily have to do because you know that you aren't a tourist. You actually do live here. And
right,
so when it's individuals such as Miles and other individuals that are aware of that there's a difference between those that are moving here and the tourists, I kid you not. I trust the guys that are thinking about trying to move here more than I trust the tourist guys. I kid you not. I love when I see people that are thinking about moving here to South America in one way or another. Let's go back to Ernest real quick. Thank you, Ernest, very much for the super chat. This is my boy. Great couple. Him and his wife got a chance to meet them both. And I'm telling you, these are some good people. We met them in Santo Domingo, took us to the beach, showed us what some great restaurants were, just treated us well. And we just had a great time with them. He said, what it do, fellas? All the way from Santo Domingo. Yep. Investments. He invested in some land down there and he's doing some great things down in Santo Domingo. So it's the same thing. It's the same concept of, like Lo said, setting up a plan, being patient with your plan. Like, I kid you not, it took me 3 years to move here. Do you have that 3 years in you? A lot of guys think that we just did all this overnight. I turned on my YouTube channel, Love Crossing Borders was right there. So it took Andre, like, man, I'm like, dude, from the time I'm sitting in my cubicle and I was making good money, but I wasn't happy, to the time that I actually opened up a door here to this apartment was a 3-year journey. And if you ain't got a year or 6 months or whatever it's going to take to get your journey together, you might want to ask yourself, am I ready for that type of patience? Because for you, like I said, everybody's amount of time is different. Some people are 6 months to move down here. I know one dude, Tay, in our WhatsApp group. Tay went to the Bed and Kia festival and Bed and Kia in 2020, went back home to the States, packed his stuff, came right back. You'd have thought Tay never left. This dude moved that fast to move to Colombia. He was like, I'm here. I'm going back to the States. Everything is sold. I'm moving back to this. everybody can't do that.
I think that only in a situation like Ernest right here with the comment, because I seen his journey and I know how he's set up without putting out his business and Tay International, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, will you be able to just up and just go like that on the spot of a
Right.
dime? As at minimum, you need 6 months. That's how long it took me, you know what I'm saying, to execute my plan. Because see, what my story is that, you know, I don't go into it much more, but these brothers know my story already because they've been watching me the entire time. You know what I'm saying? So I got stuck in Colombia for 95 days. That's where 3 of my months of living in Colombia in Cartagena came, because I got stuck there. Like I was in a real life situation, like where the hell I'm finna go, where I'm finna live at, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I was in a real life situation in Cartagena, in a part of Cartagena on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So after I've learned in those 95 days what it takes to live here, and I needed that experience. I needed it. I then came back for another month, did that, and then 6 months, I was out of America because I was able to see how what I needed to have here to be able to live, where I'm going to live, how I'm going to live. Then how am I going to be able to disband from America? Okay, so I need to let this job know this. I need to do this on this. I need to get rid of this. I need to sell that. I need to, you know, I had to prepare myself. So if you don't have a minimum of 6 months to prepare yourself, then don't do it, because you're going to be down here homeless like we was talking about the other people. You know what I'm saying? Because don't think you're not going to come down here and do nothing fucked up. You're going to make a mess. You're going to make maybe a couple of messed up decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's going to happen. And all you see how everybody's shaking their head because we all done it. Because you embarking on something that you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Until you in it. You know, and then you have to navigate. I made my messed up decisions, spending money, taking care of, you know, basically a family that ain't really mine, but I love her. You know what I'm saying? Enough to where I don't want to see them kids be suffering, and then I'm watching all the suffering going on. Well, I could have just got with a single girl with no kids and been, but then I might have would have made even more mistakes in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's circumstance is different, and you learn from those situations. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said earlier in the program, I put her ass on a 6-month program because she thought it was an ATM machine over here. You know what I'm saying? Now she don't even try me like that no more at all. You know what I'm saying? Because she understands. But I had to do that because I wasn't finna be in no situation like the dude I see on the street out here. I know you American and you homeless out here. That ain't finna happen to me. No. So you have to have a plan is the point of all of what I'm saying. Don't come down here on no willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't set up like Ernest or, you know what I'm saying, the other guys we referring to, you know what I mean, to move, then you better not. If you do it, then you know what I'm saying, you can't say we ain't tell you. You know what I mean?
True.
You like Andre, don't call me because I told you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no help for you. Don't call me.
Shout out to Najee78. Thank you for showing the love, brother, for the $5 super chat, man. We appreciate that, man. We really do. Thank you, all you guys that are donating and sending out super chats and cash apps to us. We appreciate that more than you realize. And Ernest said, I was trying to throw Dre off, but can't
be that smooth.
DTI too smooth. Can't do it, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we also got shout out to Wilson in the building. Wilson says, Andre, I bought my ticket, sold everything I got, heading to Cali, April 3rd. Okay, let you know, Wilson, we will not be here. We're going to be in Brazil at the festival celebrating on April 30th. We'll be back on May 2nd. So if you don't hear from us then, so you definitely email Wilson. Do me a favor, email me so we can exchange information, man. So when you get down here, I got your back. Heading April 30th, ready to make a leap to experience this for myself. Look forward to connecting with you once you arrive. I'm going to put my email address once again into the chat. Much love. Thank you all. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat, Wilson, man. I'm glad that you're taking advantage of it, man. And we were all, it's kind of funny, man. We were all sitting at the bar a couple of hours ago, just enjoying some beers and drinks and just some shots and just enjoying, you know, the energy, and you're just looking at all these Americans that are down here, male, female, just living their lives, and like you're so appreciative of the fact that I'm not the only one that took advantage of following the main's pattern and path. Because when I saw the main come here, I was like, hey, it's a brother down there in Cali based off of the interview. And I just kept that in my resume. I just kept, a lot of people wonder, like, how did you find out about Cali the first time? My first time was an interview on YouTube with a group on Nietzsche, the salsa group. But the first time I saw a brother in Cali, because everybody was screaming Medellin,
Yeah, yeah.
was the main interview. That was the first time I saw it, man. That hit me more than my trips to Medellin ever hit me. And when I got here, I understood. Now I see why this brother was here and why he kept it like on the hush hush. And now you see what I'm saying? I see why he kept it on. And when you get here, Wilson, man, you'll see exactly why we that are here in Cali, we don't want nobody to know. We don't want nobody. I keep y'all little happy asses in Medellin. Y'all stay there in Cartagena. We love you, Bogota. But the Medellin, but
They ain't
Cali,
coming to Bogota either. Don't say it's too cold. When people come on
yeah,
vacation,
see,
they
that's the
don't
other
want to
thing.
go to a cold weather place.
Yeah, they like it's too cold in Bogota. I ain't going back. Yeah,
That's
don't
fine.
bring don't see.
Stay
Yeah.
where you at.
Say,
Where you at.
let them say in Cartagena.
Yeah. Los, can you work work as a what's that?
Mortician.
Or mortician anywhere in the world? Oh, that's a good question. You can do that work part-time in Colombia and make some pesos. See, this is the part, guys. I saw somebody else on in the comments talk about forklift driving as well. Now, guys, we're about 5 minutes before we shut this live stream down. Somebody talking about a being a forklift driver. You do not, and we're going to say this again for you guys. You do not want to come to Colombia making Colombian pesos with your American mindset. You notice Lo says, even though he makes Colombian pesos, he does have other streams of income. The other thing, the main says he makes Colombian pesos, but he also has American clients, such as myself, that offset what he does. I make US dollars. So therefore, you do not want to come down here and think you're going to get a forklift job, which you will, and think you're going to get forklift money like in the States or mortician money. You're going to
Gonna be the
get
worst mistake you
Colombian.
made in your life.
Right. You're going to be so like, what? They're paying me what? Yes, we're going to pay you $500 a month to be. And now you're looking crazy in the face because somebody said they're going to pay you $500 a month.
I'm worth way more than that. I went to
Yeah.
school.
I'm going back
I
to the
got a
States.
degree.
I can't believe they doing this. I'm American. I don't mean a dang
That
thing
don't mean
here. When it
shit
comes to a
down
job,
here.
nothing. What does that got to do with the price of tea in China that you're American? And people, and we, all three of us have been warning you. Don't bring your little happy ass down here trying to make pesos. Get the only way that you will be able to make it in Colombia, and we all are living proof of this, online. Because you will still have access to American dollars or at least make enough Colombian pesos
Or euros.
or euros or yen or pound to be able to offset what you make in the States compared to trying to come down here and do pesos. Even if you came down here and got an online job and it was with a Colombian company, the main just said when I was working for a online, he's making more money with his clients than he's making with the online working with a Colombian translating or a Spanish teaching company. You just cannot. You just cannot
Ray, let me
make.
put it into perspective for him.
Go
Because
ahead.
I had one of my Colombian jobs was teaching English, right?
Right.
On a month basis at the highest peak, I only got $1 million in that. I mean, 1 million pesos in that month. That's
Which
maybe
is
$300, $325,
like
or something like
350.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I got out of that. You know what I mean? You know, and every other check was lower than that. You know what I mean? But me personally, I was only doing it for the visa. I didn't care about the damn money.
Right.
I knew I had other avenues to get money. such as the euros I get paid in as a system administrator. I work 20 hours a week for this company from 5 to 7 in the morning and from 10 to 12, 20 hours a week. And I get paid double what this English teaching job was paying me in euros, more than double. You know what I'm saying? So that right there covered my entertainment and eating expenses off of that. And then, you know, now I got the USD job, which now is put me over 30K. I can do what the hell I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then I live way below my means. So what Andre is telling you is the key to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an American. You lived in America. You have American citizenship. Use the power of what you set yourself up in America to do to leverage offset what you may face in another country, so that way you can maintain your lifestyle of living wherever you may be. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's all, you know,
and if you
that takes a plan. We keep telling y'all a plan, because some of y'all brothers gonna come down here thinking it's just about the mangoes. You know what I'm saying? And just we ain't out. We have fun and we enjoy our lives here in these countries. Because as you can see, none of us look our age. Andre is over 50. You can't guess his age if he hadn't told you. Demain is over 45. You can't guess his age if he hadn't told you. And I'm over 40, and you can't guess my age if I had told you. And it's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? We're living stress-free down here. You know what I'm saying? Because we figured it out.
True. Preach,
we
Pastor.
figured it out. That's all you got to do.
That is so true. The last super chat that we have is Miles. Thank you for the $7.73. That's why I had to chill from the WhatsApp group for a minute. Transitioning from 9 to 5 money. I just need that visa. Absolutely correct. So, what? We're getting super chats from Felicia. What the super from? Don't make me cry.
Felicia, when you gonna move to Colombia? You know what I'm saying? You be supporting everybody enough.
Her and Jay,
come on down here.
See, I know Jay already got plans. I already know what Jay plans are. Jay coming down. I know
she ain't saying nothing to nobody though.
But Felicia, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Felicia giving up. Well, Felicia will come visit. She, live stream queen. But I'm glad. I'm blessed. I feel blessed. I'm like Jill Scott. I feel blessed right now.
Word up.
All right, guys, we're about to shut this one down. We appreciate I hope you guys, all the information that we're able to share with you about Cartagena, about Bogota, about Medellin, and you guys have already heard enough from me about Cali, and even the man could tell you just as much as I could. We hope that when it comes to the cost of living, and for those that are ex-military, those that are retirees, you even already got your money set up coming into your account already. And yes, there are VA departments that are down here that'll help you if you have any questions with your VA. So you guys have that are already getting automatic, or you retire from your job, you really have no excuse and why you're still paying the high prices that you're paying in the United States, other than, of course, being with family, which is nothing wrong with that. But for those that are interested in relocating, I hope this video was able to help you out. Once again, my name is Andre of Love Crossing Borders. You guys want to give a plug for your title, for your channels?
Yeah. Okay, well, Let's Learn Spanish TV. Get you from zero to hero, step by step.
All right.
Why am I the best teacher, the man for the job? Because I took myself through the own process. I didn't learn and master Spanish as a child. I started in my early 30s.
Yeah. And Demain has taught me so much about Spanish that I didn't even imagine some of the basic things to pick up. And I love the fact that Los is doing great with his Spanish down there as well. Okay, Los. So make sure you guys subscribe to Let's Learn TV. And Los, what is your channel?
Let's Learn Crypto TV. Learn Crypto TV. So yeah, you come to my channel. What you'll get, I got a lot going on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I know this, and I know that the people, it's gonna take some time for you to catch fire to it. But I'm a teacher in essence. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna learn about living in whatever city I'm in or wherever I'm filming from. I'm gonna show you that aspect. But I'm also going to give you that crypto education that you need, because our people, that's where we lack knowledge. And then sometimes we want to have it put it on a plate to us. Well, what I'm doing, I'm giving it to you down on the ground, like somebody who's very intelligent told me, put it on the ground where the goats can get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Well, I always stick to that to make sure that whatever information that I'm giving to you, you're going to be able to understand it. All you got to do is just tune in and listen. My times vary from 15 minutes to maybe an hour sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what I'm talking about, what I'm showing you in the video and stuff like that. But yeah, subscribe to Learn Crypto TV. And hopefully, you know, once things start unfolding and, you know, because it's going to move from the fiat system now that we have is going to change. Everything, the president just signed a Congress thing in the law talking about create a digital dollar. So that just tells you right there that the crypto is not going anywhere. So, you know, I just want you guys to understand what you're getting into before you actually invest in it, you know, and I'm giving it to you on a basic elementary level.
All right. Let me let this last statement because I went past TL. Hello, fellas. I'm retired from the military and from the federal government, and I get my full SSDI, which is the disability, and I will be moving to Medellin in June.
Oh,
Shout
good.
out to TL in regards to this, man,
Don't
because
go
if you,
crazy.
like I mean, yeah, if you guys have your pensions already lined up, and you man, listen, there's so many military brothers. TA, my boy that I was just talking to that lives around the corner, ex-military, ex-marine. So yeah, no, ex-navy. And so he's always talking about how the Marines can't drink compared to the Navy guys.
I haven't seen too many military brothers in Bogota.
Wow.
I haven't seen that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. All right, Global Paper. Shout out to Global Paper, man. Good people, real good people. All right, guys, I'm about to head up out of here. About to hang out with the missus, and of course, guys, I actually didn't finish off my soda.
Well, let me finish mine off since I
I
sat
know,
up and
right?
drunk a whole damn 6-pack with y'all up here tonight. You know,
You knew that was going to happen. So at the end of the day, guys, I appreciate the fact that you guys made it on this live stream. I'm really glad that you made it in, Jermaine, to give us a little bit about Medellin.
Thank you.
/ Cali. And I just want to let you guys know I appreciate all that you guys have done to showcase not only relocation, but the positive way of doing it.
Yes.
And I thank you guys for the information that you were able to share with the audience, man.
no doubt.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. Well, guys, we up out of here. My name is Andre of Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders, and I'll be seeing you guys next weekend.